everybody, and welcome to A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois, as we are about ready for another night of Friday Night Lights here on TSSR Game Time Live. It is presented by MDH. My name's Wyatt Reed. Happy to be here with you this evening as the A-Town Tornadoes looking to keep their playoff chances alive. Now, I should preface that by saying even if they were to lose tonight, their playoff chances aren't completely dashed, but it's a lot easier to keep that 5-4 record and get into the playoffs. That's almost your automatic bid to get into the playoffs here in the state of Illinois. You still can get in it with a 4-5 record, but you're certainly kind of crossing your fingers if that is the case. So the A-Town Tornadoes, with 4 losses on the season, they're going to look to keep the record at 4 losses here. They come in at 2-4 here this season. And they're taking on a team who might be a little rusty here tonight. The Havana Ducks come in. They're 3-3. However, their last game that was supposed to be against Westmont, that game was forfeited. And so the Ducks haven't played a football game in 2 weeks. So maybe a little rust on the side of the Havana Ducks here this evening. We'll have to find out how that goes along here this evening. But should be a fun one nonetheless here as the A-Town Tornadoes taking on the Havana Ducks. And we're going to have it for you here on TSSR Game Time Live, again presented by MDH. And what could be a historical night here tonight, we'll be watching very closely here. Trey Keenan, who had a big night last week on homecoming night, 3 touchdowns and well over 100 yards receiving. We're kind of keeping a close eye on him because he is just a few touchdowns away from breaking the school record for touchdowns in a single season. He needs 3 to break that, 2 to tie. So it could be a historical night here tonight at A-Town High School. It's been an incredible season for a guy like Trey Keenan, and a lot of fun watching him here at A-Town High School. And he is a multi-sport athlete as well, so very excited to see his high school career bloom the way it has here this season. And then Jameel Johnson, we were talking with the athletic director here at A-Town High School, and he was talking about how Jameel might just be close to breaking the school record for passing yards, or passing touchdowns, I should say, in a season. He has got to go on one heck of a run tonight for that to be possible here. But never say never. The A-Town Tornadoes do like to pass it here this season. We've got the national anthem. We're going to take a break. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live. It's presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available, so with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call here as we are in the pregame festivities here at A-Town High School as the A-Town Tornadoes taking on the Havana Ducks here this evening. Second straight home game for the A-Town Tornadoes, their 4th of 5 home games this season as they look to keep their playoff hopes alive once again. They sit at 2-4, kind of on that cusp. Again, you can still make it with 5 losses, but you want that automatic bid there at 5-4. So the A-Town Tornadoes backs against the wall, and that was kind of the mentality going into last week where they were 1-4 coming in. And we're able to hang on against South Fulton here on homecoming night in a wild, and I mean wild football game. A lot of firepower in that one, so there's going to be some firepower, we imagine, here this evening as well, as the A-Town Tornadoes taking on the Havana Ducks here, and we're about ready to watch the team run out here onto the field, I should say. And we've got a good crowd on hand, a beautiful night here for football, as a little cloudy here tonight, but I mean, it's already dark by the time we have kickoff at 7 o'clock, so does it really matter what's going on in the sky? As long as it's not raining, in my opinion. As long as it's not raining, we're A-okay here at A-Town High School, getting ready for a great night of high school football. Final couple of weeks of the season, 6 weeks in. Just 3 weeks to go. We're 2/3 of the way there, which is a crazy thing to say because it just feels like yesterday we were here doing the first game of the season, and boy, flying right down. What? I got one here. Alrighty, so as we get ready for A-Town to take the field here tonight, again, the players to watch here. Let's talk a couple of players here on the Havana side, namely in the rushing attack. Their leading rusher here this season will come in, and all eyes are going to be on number 22, and that is Caden Green. He is a senior running back, 6 foot, 200 pounds, and he is a beast, a force to be reckoned with. Let me pull up the season stats for him here. They've got those up there on their max preps. Appreciate Coach Hammond doing that here this evening. Green comes in, 77 carries on the season. Of course, they missed a game with the forfeit, so they only have 5 games, but he has 77 carries, well over 100 yards in each of his games this season, averaging 108 yards per game this season. 108 yards per game and 7 touchdowns on the year. So the senior running back going to be the force on the offensive side. They've got a sophomore quarterback here this evening, the Ducks, and he's been throwing the ball a little bit here this year. He's got 4 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 42 completions in 73 attempts. So it's not like they aren't a run-only team, but that's not a ton of passes here this season compared to what you might see with Jameel Johnson, a team that really likes to throw the football. As the A-Town Tornadoes are going to get that chance to get the football here as they've taken the field here tonight. And we're about ready for some great football action here at A-Town High School. They will get the football, the A-Town Tornadoes. Havana won the toss. They elected to defer. And we're going to have this one for you here tonight. Happy to be here with you. Feel free to get into the comments. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're pulling for here tonight. I'm excited for this one here as we are about ready to get this one underway. All right, got my sheet all good to go here. So we are squared. We are ready to go as A-Town taking the field. They will not get the ball first. We thought they were going to get the ball, but it will instead be Aiden Stromson coming out to boot it away in the Havana. So we're going to get to see Caden Green, who we were talking about there a little while ago. Caden Green will, and the offense of the Havana Ducks, led by their quarterback, Jack Turner. Again, just a sophomore, their quarterback. But nonetheless, we'll get to see the Ducks step out onto the field here first. 12 minutes around the clock. Stromson readies up. The full house ready for some action here tonight. Good to have you with us. A-Town rocking those black uniforms here with the gold numbers and letters as the boot is underway, and that one is returned near the 25-yard line. And he's got a big hole left side. He's near the 40-yard line. And good starting field position already here for the Havana Ducks as the offense will make their way out onto the field again, led by Jack Turner, the sophomore quarterback. And the big running back there, 6 foot, 200-pound Caden Green, number 22, the guy to watch in this Ducks lineup here tonight. Havana rocking the road white uniforms, as you can see, with the maroon letters and numbers and trim. And awaiting the first play of this ball game here as moved a man in motion. And the Ducks ready to go. Now they move 2 men back in motion the other way. 1 wide receiver on the left side as Turner takes the snap. He'll hand it off. A different running back, though, not to Green that we've been talking about. It's Carson Tyler, number 7, with the first carry of the ball game. He'll get a 2-yard gain. And so maybe mixing it up there a little bit there for the Ducks. Giving it to Tyler on that first play. Now kind of a semi-no huddle here. They got one wide receiver on each side. And Green in the backfield. Now they move a couple more men in motion. Just underway here. 30 seconds gone as taking the snap, handing it off to Green. He's going to run his way right side, cutting back, big hole. He's got a first down past midfield. He made that look easy. Those strides right there. Caden Green, the running back for the Ducks. That'll be a 10-yard gain and a first down for Havana. Their first down here in this ball game. 10 yards on the first carry of the ball game for the senior. Awaiting the snap once again. They're moving more men in motion. Going to be Green taking the actual snap as Green will take it, draw play up the middle. He runs over a defender. He'll gain 3 yards. They'll give him the 45-yard line. And Caden Green to the 45, and it'll be 2nd down and 7. 10:50 to go here. Again, feel free to get into the comments. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're pulling for, your reaction to the ball game as it plays along here tonight. Good crowd on hand. A cool night tonight. Now that the sun has gone down, it is really cooling off. Very good fall night here at A-Town High School. Moving 2 men in motion, 2 wide receivers on the right side as Turner awaits the snap on 2nd and 7. Here's the snap. They hand it off to Green, and he is stopped. A good play there defensively. A couple of A-Town defenders there. Cole Scheckler, namely, number 50. That is a 1-yard gain right there. It'll be 3rd down and about 6 now. Likely 2-down territory, though, for the Ducks, so the Ducks aren't worried one bit here. Again, they don't really do a whole lot of huddling. 2 wide receivers are split out right side in the slot as Turner awaits the snap. 3rd and 6, under 10 minutes to go here. Here's the snow, and penalty flags are going to come in. And it looks like A-Town might have jumped into the neutral zone. That's going to make this 3rd down conversion a little bit easier. So the penalty flag there on A-Town. And that'll be 3rd down and 2. 5-yard penalty there for the Tornadoes here. 3rd down and 2. And Havana again coming in 3-3, but haven't played a football game in 2 weeks. As Turner under center here. Don't see this a ton, unless you're playing 8-man football. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Tyler up the middle. He's going to get stuffed. That's a good play there by the A-Town defense. Tyler had nowhere to go. And that is Carson Tyler with no gain on the play, and now it'll be 4th down and 2. Just underway here, 9:10 to go here in the opening quarter. 4th of 5 home games here for the A-Town Tornadoes, again, as they look to keep their postseason hopes afloat. Both teams really kind of coming down the home stretch here, hoping to keep themselves in good playoff position here. 4th down and 2, ball at the 40. Here's the snap. They hand it off to, fake the handoff to Green, throws that one right side. He's got a man wide open. 30 down the sideline. 15 ran out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. What a play there. Carter Brooks, the receiver on that one. And he's inside the 10, right at the 10. A 30-yard gain on 4th and 2. A great play-action play there for the Ducks, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal at the 10. 8:39 to go here in the first quarter, and the Ducks in the red zone for the first time here today. 30 yards on 4th and 2. Jack Turner now, the quarterback, awaiting the snap. He's got 2 running backs off to his right side, and we got a whistle. And we got a timeout for Havana, so after that 4th down conversion, they want to talk it over. We'll take a timeout with them. We're back after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
When I walk in and talk to my patients, I like my patients first and foremost to feel comfortable. I like to keep it real with them. I like them to know that I'm there to listen to them and to help them understand some of the processes that they may be going through. The most rewarding aspect that I feel with caring for patients is when those patients come back in and they tell me how much better they feel for something that I have helped them accomplish in their healthcare.
Welcome back TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. It's 1st and 10. Ball at the 10-yard line, so 1st and goal here for the Ducks after a 30-yard conversion on 4th and 2. But the Ducks, after that big play, wanting to call a timeout and talk things over here. 8:24 to go here in the opening quarter. They got all sorts of movement here, but they're going to leave Caden Green in the backfield. He's going to take the snap, running it up the middle right side. He is hammered on that play. What a tackle there in the backfield for the A-Town Tornadoes. That is number 9, Weston Schultz, getting in on that play. No gain on the play for Green. What a play there by Schultz here. 2nd down and 10. 8:05 to go here in the quarter. Opening drive of the ball game here for the Ducks. A-Town defense looking to slow them down here. Substitution. A-Town takes one guy off, puts one other guy in. One wide receiver will split out left side. Green in the backfield. There's Turner, the quarterback. 2 running backs on the right side. Quite the formation there, and there's all sorts of movement. Havana jumped a little early on that one, so penalty flag, 7:35 to go, a false start, and now both teams have 5 yards in penalty yards.
False start, called against Havana. We're pushing back 5 yards, still 2nd and goal.
Good to have you with us here tonight. Another beautiful night here. We've been blessed with some good football weather all season long here on TSSR. Outside of the one game that I did up in Cambridge, but that's neither here nor there. We've got good weather here tonight for this one. 1 wide receiver, now 2, and actually now 3 are going to split out left side. 1 wide receiver now on the right. It's 2nd and goal at the 15-yard line. Turner with Green in the backfield. Awaiting the snap, 7:10 to go. A-Town shows pressure, rolling out left side. Still coming. Here comes the pressure. He's going to get out to the corner, throws that one towards the end zone. That one batted away. A nice play there. Trey Keenan nearly came away with a pick. Good play there defensively. Trey Keenan, he's good on both sides of the ball. Again, if you're just joining us, he's close to setting the school record in receiving touchdowns for a single season. He needs 3 to do that, but he's a good defender as well. He had an interception last week, interception that basically sealed the game for A-Town against South Fulton last week. And he made a good play there defensively in center field, basically. Throw a baseball reference in there with a little playoff baseball going on tonight. 7:01 to go here. 3rd down and goal. 3rd and goal at the 15-yard line. We're going to whistle, and I think we're going to have a timeout here for A-Town. Both teams have used a timeout here in the first quarter. Very important opening drive here for the Ducks. Coach Quinn wants to talk it over, so we'll take a break. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. It's 3rd down and goal. Ball at the 15-yard line here for the Havana Ducks. A timeout by the A-Town defense. They want to talk things over, make sure their defense is in the right place. Opening drive here of the game for the Ducks as they look to get some points on the board here. Turner's got 2 wide receivers left, moving a man in motion. Caden Green in the backfield with him. Turner awaiting the snap here on 3rd and goal. Here he rolls out left side as there is a lot of pressure coming. Is that one over the middle? That one no good. Throwing it across his body. It's incomplete. Didn't see who he was looking for there. Number 3, it looks like. That is Caleb McDaniel, the intended target. And now it's going to be 4th down. 4th and goal at the 15. 6:54 to go here. Back-to-back play is kind of a similar play style there, rolling out to the left side. A-Town's been able to get some pressure, though, on those last 2 plays. Now, that was late pressure on that one, but nonetheless, pressure is pressure. You'll take pressure whenever you can get it. You wanted a little earlier in the play, but that's neither here nor there. 3 wide receivers to the left, 4th down and goal at the 15-yard line. Big play here for both sides. Turner in the backfield. He's got Green with him. Awaiting the snap, moving a man in motion. Here's the snap. Looks to throw. Pressure comes. Rolling out right side. There goes Turner down the sideline to the goal line. He's going to be waiting for the signal. Waiting for the signal. I think they're going to mark him about a half a yard short, and the A-Town defense is good. Oh, they came out and said touchdown. Oh, they came out and said touchdown. The officials finally come together, and they come up with a touchdown. Touchdown, Havana. Looks short from up here, but Jack Turner with a 15-yard touchdown. Scamper and the Ducks are on the board. What a play on 4th down and 15. So put Turner on the stat sheet there, 4th down and 15. And Turner, not only is he the quarterback, he's also the kicker. So he'll come out to kick the extra point. 6:46 to go here. 6-0 Ducks. You're going to need a minute after all that running on that last possession. That one on its way. It is up, and it is good. 7-0. Very impressive drive there for the Ducks. Couple of conversions and a touchdown from 15 yards out. 7-0 our score. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wide read on the call. 7-0 our score. Havana with the early advantage after a 15-yard scamper from Jack Turner, the quarterback, 5'10", 160 pounds. He's a sophomore, but he has got ridiculously good speed, and he showed it on that possession, running away from pressure a couple of times and scampering his way into the end zone. Ready to boom this one away. Here is their long kicker. Is that number 17? I believe it is. Well, that might not be number 17. Number 11? Kevin Gibson. I believe that's the guy we're looking for there. And wow, what a kick. That one goes into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Don't say that a lot here in high school football. What a boot by Gibson. I saw him warming up, and I was like, boy, that kid's got a leg. That's even more impressive than what I saw. I saw him kick it from the 40-yard line. He boot that thing in the back of the end zone. That's a 70-yard boot. Wow. All righty, so after the touchback, A-Town will take over in those lovely black uniforms, by the way. The black and gold here tonight. Looking for an answer here, though, as Jameel Johnson awaiting the opening snap here. He's got two wide receivers to the left, one wide receiver to the right. Johnson will await the snap. They move a man in motion. That's Keenan. They're going to do a little pop pass to Keenan. He gets to the outside. He's still shaking tackles. There goes Keenan. He's near the line. He's past the line to gain. Trey Keenan. Little pop pass. That will be an official reception on the play there. It's 1st down and 10. We'll see where they mark him. 11-yard gain for Trey Keenan. Yep, they mark him right at the 10, so it's a 10-yard gain, actually. They mark him right out at the 30. 6.5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Two wide receivers to the two wide receivers, I should say. There's a tight end also there on the right side. And one wide receiver left. Here's the snap. They hand it off, running it up the middle. There he goes. That's Evan Hook. Actually, that's Riker Darst, excuse me. Running his way near the 40-yard line, Riker Darst. He's been getting some more carries over the last couple of games. That's an 11-yard gain for Darst. And now if you have a two-headed monster at the running back position, that kind of takes a little bit of the pressure off of Jameel Johnson. That's what he's hoping for anyway. Ball at the 41-yard line after the 11-yard gain. So 2 plays, 21 yards here. Good answer so far here for the A-Town offense. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Jameel Johnson got a runner in the backfield. They're moving a man in motion here. That's Evan Hook. And we got a penalty flag that is flown in. It'll be a false start here. Somebody flinched on the line there for A-Town. So it'll be 1st and 15. Just as you're saying, the A-Town offense was moving right along here. More penalties. Penalties have kind of been an issue for the A-Town side here over the last couple of weeks. Clock moving, 5:40 to go. They break out of the huddle here. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 wide receiver to the left, both backs in the backfield. Carson Stenger rocking the pink here tonight. They move a man in motion. That's Hook. Here's the snap. Looking to throw. Johnson going to throw that one left side. He's got Hook, 40-yard line. Still on his feet past midfield. There goes Evan Hook. What a play, Evan Hook. He's got a first down. That's a gain of 17 on 1st and 15.
Johnson's pass to Evan Hook is complete for a 17-yard gain and an A-Town first down.
And it'll be 1st and 10 here for the Tornadoes as they're on the plus side of the field now. 47-yard line is where they'll set up. 5:15 to go. What a play. Evan Hook running out on the flat, able to break through some tacklers right there. Johnson, 2 backs in the backfield, 2 wide receivers on the left side, 1 to the left, or excuse me, 2 to the left, 1 to the right, I should say. They hand it off to Stenger. Stenger running his way up the middle. Carson Stenger. Good gain on that play. Gain of 7 maybe on that one. Or no, 5, excuse me. And it looked like they were going to mark him a little further up, but that's neither here nor there. Gain of 5, maybe 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and about 5. Stenger had a really good night last week. Let me pull up his stats real quickly here. He had 92 yards rushing on 14 carries. Again, taking that pressure off of the arm of Jameel Johnson. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Havana nearly jumped offside, but Johnson takes the snap, hands it off to Riker Darst, runs his way through a tackle, 35-yard line. Riker Darst has got a first down. Riker Darst, a gain of 7 on the play. 2 carries on the game for him for 18 yards. And the A-Town offense is rolling here. If they can get out of their own way here, the A-Town offense can really put some points on the board. Only problem has been some penalties here throughout the season. 2 to the left, 1 to the right for Jameel Johnson. 2 backs in the backfield, 4:05 to go. Johnson loses the handle, I should say, on the snap, and he's able to fall on it, but it'll be a 4-yard loss on the play. Maybe a 3-yard loss for Jameel Johnson. Low snap on that one, so 3:50 to go. 3-yard loss. It'll be 2nd down and 13. Ball at the 37-yard line. A-Town breaks the huddle here as got a good crowd on hand. 2 wide receivers on each side of Jameel Johnson. It's Carson Stenger there in the backfield. Awaiting the snap. A little pressure comes over the middle of the field. That throw is, just out of the reach of the intended target. That's Evan Hook. Actually, it's Riker Darst, excuse me. Riker Darst running right up the middle of the field. Not a bad throw there by Jameel Johnson. Just led him a little too far. Now it'll be 3rd down and 13. Clock stopped at 3:23 to go here in the opening quarter. 7-0 Havana with the lead. If A-Town can get some of the yards back, it might make it an easier decision for Coach Quinn on 4th down. 2 to the right, 2 to the left, 1 back in the backfield. It's Stenger. Johnson awaits the snap, looks to throw, throwing right side. That one is caught on the slant pattern. There he goes! That one inside the 20 to the 15, down to the 10. Touchdown A-Town! Lucas Andrews on the slant pattern on 3rd and 13. 37 yards for Lucas Andrews. And a big response for the Tornado offense. That was a good play by Lucas. Able to handle that one after a little bobble there. He was able to bring it in, and then he just outran everybody. Jacob Lezak out for the extra point, trying to tie it, and that one went off the side of his foot, so it'll be no good. So A-Town still trails, but a good answer for the A-Town offense. 7-6 our score. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wide read on the call as 7-6 now our score. The A-Town offense responding to Havana's opening drive touchdown. 37 yards to Lucas Andrews. However, the extra point was no good, so A-Town still trailing by 1 point. But both offenses flying up and down the field. 3:15 to go here in the opening quarter. Good to be with you. Again, feel free to get into the comments. There's a lot to talk about here in the early going. Been a fun one so far, as Aiden Stromson will look to boot this one away. A-Town rocking the pink here tonight. Of course, October Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so good to see them rocking that. Havana's got a couple of players rocking something pink, but not near as many as the A-Town side. Wristbands, undershirts, gloves. A-Town got a lot of pink showing here tonight. Stromson ready to boot it away, has that one into the sky, and that'll be taken near the 25-yard line. We got a penalty flag out. Are we going to get an offside? We are. Illegal procedure. Essentially an offside on a kickoff. A-Town getting a little jumpy there on that kick by Stromson. So they'll push it back 5 yards and they'll re-kick. Boy, it is really cooling down here. You can feel it here in the press box here as the night's going on here in the early going. And it's only going to get cooler here on a cool fall night here. Second weekend of October. Spoon River Drive weekend. Another weekend of Spoon River Drive this weekend in this neck of the woods. Just off to the south. Saw a lot of things over in St. Augustine on the way here. That one booted towards the sideline. That's a good kick by Stromson. It's picked up the 20-yard line. Inside the 20-yard line, there goes Green. Green looking for some wiggle room on the left side. He's going to get to about the 30-yard line. What a kick by Aiden Stromson. He doesn't have the leg that the Havana Ducks kicker has, the long kicker. But, that being said, he put it in a perfect position, and Green had to go backward before he got his momentum going there. So, Green setting up now at the 30-yard line. Green will come out there along with his starting quarterback. That is number 9, Jack Turner. 3:05 to go here in the opening quarter. 7-6, Havana with the lead. One wide receiver out to the left, one wide receiver out to the right. They move 2 men in motion here as Turner awaits the snap. Green in the backfield. They move another man in motion. Here's the snap. They hand it off to Green, running his way right side, and he cuts back through some tacklers near the 35-yard line. Caden Green going to have himself about a 6-yard gain on that one. 6-yard gain for Green. 2nd down and 4 upcoming. A-Town defense after the opening play where they gave up a 10-yard run to Caden. Played him pretty well on the rest of that possession. Just got burned by the legs of the starting quarterback on that 15-yard touchdown. Turner with 2 backs in the backfield. Awaiting the snap. As Turner fakes the handoff, rolling out to his right side, still looking, throws that one right side, he's got a man, and he cuts away from tacklers, 1 man to beat, there he goes, Carter Brooks left side, 15-10, touchdown Ducks! Carter Brooks from 64 yards. What a play. The play action has been working so far for the Ducks. One play of 30 yards and one for 64. Both to Brooks. (13-6) our score. Extra point. Oops, wrong team right there. There we go. Let's switch the scoreboard around there. Awaiting the snap here, as Turner will come out for the extra point. The multifaceted Jack Turner boots that one high into the sky, and he missed it. He missed it right. So no good on the PAT. And 13-6 our score. Havana, 2:09 to go here in the first. We're back after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential. with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. 2:09 to go here in the opening quarter. 13-6, Havana with the early lead. A touchdown just moments ago of 64 yards to Carter Brooks. So, and they missed extra point. 2 catches for 94 yards for Carter Brooks already. Could be in for a big one here. Now the kicker, I got the name wrong there. I've been told just to call him Lucas. And Lucas boots another one towards the line this time. No touchback, but deep in their own territory. Here comes Evan Hook out left side, 25-yard line. Tries to break through a tackle. He'll be taken down at about the 26. Evan Hook on the return there. 2:01 to go here in the opening quarter as the A-Town Tornadoes is going to be looking for a response. Got a comment that I missed just as we went to break there. Dr. Dave in the comments, listening from Galesburg. Rooting for the old Tornadoes. Appreciate you joining us there, Dr. Dave. Feel free to get in with Dr. Dave and anybody else in the comments here tonight. We love hearing from you. And I think there was a penalty flag that got missed. I didn't see it out on the field, but A-Town getting pushed back, so they'll be inside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 10-yard pushback, so another penalty. That's 3 penalties on A-Town here in the first quarter. And now A-Town's going to be set up inside their own 20-yard line. Of course, with their high-powered offense, it doesn't take them long to recover that. And Jameel Johnson gets somebody to jump, so that's a good start. Havana will pick up their second penalty. So jumping into the neutral zone are the Havana Ducks. Both teams have done that once here tonight. Second down, or first down, I should say, and 5. Ball is at the 22-yard line. Awaiting the first play here, this drive for the Tornadoes. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Two running backs in the backfield. That Hook moving in motion. They hand it off to Stanger's got a big hole past the 25-yard line. He's out near the 30. What a run by Carson Stanger. They give him the 30-yard line. An 8-yard gain for Stanger. He's been running the ball so well these last couple of ball games that we've done here. Last 2 weeks. Second straight home game. 92 yards last week on 14 carries. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. 2 backs in the backfield once again. 1:40 to go here in the quarter. Jameel Johnson takes the snap, hands it off. There goes Riker Darst. He's got some blocks. He's going to get out near the 35-yard line. They give him the 35, a 5-yard gain for Riker Darst. So good carry there. And the A-Town offense, if you can stay ahead of them sticks. Don't get in your own way here. Just keep running forward, stay in front of the sticks, and you'll be in good shape here. Coach Quinn has probably been coaching that all season long, as A-Town has had a couple of instances where they're just having trouble getting out of their own way. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Jameel Johnson, 1 minute to go here in the opening quarter. They move a man in motion. That's Hook. Here's the snap. They hand it off Riker Darst. Actually, they give it to Stanger. Bumps his way outside. Through tacklers, past the 40, all the way to the 45-yard line, carrying defenders. What a play by Carson Stanger. 11-yard gain, and it is 1st and 10. What a run by Stanger. It's like watching Cam Scattaboo last night on the old New York Giants. Picked a heck of a day to leave him on my fantasy bench. 3 touchdowns, 31 yards, just sitting there on my bench. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Riker Darst runs his way, cuts his way back. There goes Darst, 45-yard line, still on his feet, trying to beat one man. He's to the 35. What a run there. That is 21 yards.
Riker Darst on the carry. That'll be a 21-yard gain and another A-Town first down.
1st and 10, Riker Darst, 35-yard line, 18 seconds to go. We'll see if Coach Quinn wants to get another play in or if we're just going to go, it looks like they're just going to go to the end of the quarter. What a quarter! Offense is flying up and down the field here. You want fireworks? We got them here at A-Town High School, literally and figuratively. It's 13-6. A-Town trails by 7. They've got the ball, and they're rolling. We'll be back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
When I walk in and talk to my patients, I like my patients first and foremost to feel comfortable. I like to keep it real with them. I like them to know that I'm there to listen to them and to help them understand some of the processes that they may be going through. The most rewarding aspect that I feel with caring for patients is when those patients come back in and they tell me how much better they feel for something that I have helped them accomplish in their health care.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as 13-6 our score. 1 quarter of action in the books. Second quarter about to get underway here. And what a quarter, what a game this has been. Havana rattling off 2 touchdown drives so far. A touchdown on 4th and 15 from the 15. 15-yard touchdown run by their quarterback, and then a big pass from their quarterback as well, 64 yards. A-Town with an answer, though. They have a 37-yard touchdown by Lucas Andrews, and now they're rolling. They're at the 35-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 wide receiver to the left as we're about ready to get underway here in quarter number 2. As I adjust my scoreboard here. And they hand it off. Riker Darst running, big hole right side, 30-yard line, still on his feet. There goes Darst inside the 25. What a run by Riker Darst. See where they mark him. It's about the 22-yard line, a 13-yard gain. They mark him at about the 22, so it's a 13-yard gain. Riker Darst, he's got 34 yards on his last 2 carries. Him and Stenger both are getting some big plays here. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. 2 backs in the backfield. This is going to open up the passing game spectacularly for Jameel Johnson. Here's the snap. They hand it off to Stenger. Runs his way left side. And a relatively small play considering what we've been dealing with here in the early going. That's a 2-yard gain on the play. Or no, actually 1-yard gain. 2nd down and 9 upcoming as we're just underway here. Quarter number 2, I should say. 13-6. Again, feel free to get into the comments here. Let us know what your thoughts are here so far, or if you're like me and left Cam Scattaboo on your bench last night on fantasy football. Not happy about that one. 1 to the left, 2 to the right. Jameel Johnson takes the snap, hands it off. Riker Darst, big hole right side, 20 inside the 15. A penalty flag comes in. And this one in the way, likely of holding, but we'll see what the officials have to say about it. Holding is indeed the call, so A-Town will be pushed back a little bit. Be a 10-yard penalty, 4th penalty already. A-Town 4 penalties for 30 yards here in this one. By the way, they announced during the intermission of the first quarter, Alex Fouch, A-Town golfer at state once again. Talked about him on one of my volleyball streams not too long ago. Coming off a 73 at sectionals. I went golfing yesterday, and let's just say I did not shoot a 73. I might have shot a 73 on the front 9. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap. They fake the handoff to Stenger, looking to throw. Jameel Johnson over the middle. That one in and out of the hands of Evan Hook on 3rd and 15. That was a beautiful look right out of the reach of Evan Hook. It'll be 4th down. Excuse me, it'll be 3rd down. Scoreboard said 3rd. So it'll be 3rd down and 15 once again. Well, psyched down on that one. 2nd down, or excuse me, that was a 2nd down play. So now it'll be 3rd down. 3rd down and 15. Again, if you're A-Town, you don't need all 15 yards on this play. Going to get a couple of yards here, make 4th down rather manageable, but we'll see if they decide to do that or if they decide to air it out here. 3rd down and 15. Ball at the 27. Here's the snap. Johnson going to throw it right side. That one. Andrews shakes a tackle down the sideline inside the 10. He's down at the 11, maybe the 12. It's a 15-yard gain. Maybe a 14-yard gain. They might have marked him out about a half a yard shy. It'll be 4th down and 1. Literally a half a yard shy. Andrews with a 14-yard catch and run on that one. It'll be 4th down and 1. And the ball is going to be at about the 12, maybe the 12 and a half. Oh, they gave him a first down. After discussion, the officials came in, and it's a 15-yard gain for Andrews. Ball's at the 12-yard line now, so A-Town can still get a first down without getting a touchdown. They move a man in motion. Here's the snap, handed off to Stenger, runs his way up the middle. He's going to be inside the 10 near the 9-yard line. That's a 2-yard gain on the play for Carson Stenger.
Carson Stenger on the carry. Gain of 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7.
2nd down and about 7 or 8 on that one. They gave him 3, actually. So it'll be 2nd down and 7. Ball is set about the 9-yard line. 9:38 to go here. Quarter number 2. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Jameel Johnson, 2 backs in the backfield. Awaiting the snap. Takes it. Hands it off. Riker Darst running his way right side, trying to get to the corner. There goes Darst near the 5-yard line. He's taken down. See where they mark him. He's about the 6. Maybe a 2-3-yard gain on that one. Another 3-yard carry. 6th carry of the ball game for Riker Darst. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd down about 6. Well, they're 6 yards away from a touchdown. 5 yards away from a first down. So they can still get that first down without getting the touchdown. 9:23. The clock is stopped as they were thrown out of bounds there on that one. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Stenger in the backfield with Jameel Johnson. Big 3rd down here. 3rd and 5, ball at the 7. Awaiting the snap. Ooh, Havana nearly jumping off sides there. That would have been a free first down. Here's the snap. They hand it off, running up the middle. There's Carson Stenger through the tacklers. Makes his way across the line. Touchdown. Touchdown, A-Town. 7 yards for Carson Stenger.
7-yard carry, and that'll be an A-Town touchdown.
Stenger from 7 yards out. And the Tornadoes, another answer. How about this? Getting some production from names we haven't said too much about here this season. I mean, Carson Stenger we've said a lot, but able to get him into the end zone. But Lucas Andrews also with a touchdown. The extra point is good for Lezak as he doinks that one off the post. So we're now tied 13-all. We're back after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we are in the 2nd quarter. We have got a good one brewing, folks. 13-all. Both teams have scored 2 touchdowns here in this one, with one of their extra points not being made, so hence the score being 13-all. 9-17, excuse me, left here in quarter number 2. As Aiden Stromson will tee it up, and we're about ready to get this one back underway here. 13-13. Which defense will tighten up first? Ready to boot this one away, Stromson. Oh, an onside kick opportunity. Who's got it? A-Town got it? A-Town's got the football, and I think they're going to have possession. That was the most surprise onside I think we've ever seen. It's A-Town football. Nobody saw that one coming. What a kick by Aiden Stromson.
A-Town with the onside kick by Aiden Stromson.
I've never seen that. Nobody knew where the ball was.
A-Town recovers. It'll be first and 10 for A-Town.
I could hardly see it. I thought it was just a bad kick from Stromson, but that looks like it was by design. So how about that call from Coach Quinn? The football, I think, kind of disappeared into the sea of black uniforms right there. Havana, no arguments there. That is incredible. That might be one of the best onside kicks I've ever seen. Two to the right, one to the left. Johnson hands it off. There's Riker Darst. Tries to shake his way through a tackler as he's going to get about 2 yards on that one from the 48 to about the 46. And Darst is slow to get up. He might have got a late hit on that one. Riker Darst, he is down. And he's in a lot of pain. So we will step aside after the 2-yard gain. It'll be second down and 8. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. Riker Darst did make his way off the field on his own power, so I think he just might have got the wind knocked out of him there a little bit. We'll keep an eye on that. Here to take his spot is Weston Schultz. Well, Weston Schultz is the tight end, so he walks out onto the field. Carson Stenger likely going to see some carries now as the only back in this one. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Here's the snap, hands it off to Stenger, runs his way up the middle near the 40-yard line. There's Carson Stenger up to about the 39. They give him the 40, so it's a 6-yard gain on second down and 8. So it'll be third down and 2 upcoming. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him, though. Riker looks like he's feeling a little bit better there. But we shall see. Fingers crossed there. It's a good athlete there, Riker Darst. Very excited to see him, and he's in his younger years at A-Town. Riker, only a sophomore. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Jameel Johnson, 8:05 to go here in the second. Another penalty flag comes in as one of the linemen turning around, can't believe the call. So penalty flag, that's going to make it a little bit tougher here for A-Town on third down. It was third down and 2, now it's third and 7. 8:04 to go, the clock is stopped. And now, as Jameel Johnson has the play call from Coach Quinn after that surprise onside kick. A-Town doesn't want to let this possession pass him by here. 7:45 to go. Now clock is moving. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Awaiting the snap, Jameel Johnson. He's got Stenger in the backfield with him. Here's the snap. Rolling out to the right side. Johnson going to use his wheels. He's looking for blockers. He's near the 40-yard line. Penalty flag comes in. And out near the 35-yard line, but this one might be coming back, as it looks like it's going to be another hold on A-Town. And we'll see what the officials come in and say. Got to get to the official who threw the penalty flag initially. And now both sides, they've been jawing a little bit here after the play, so we'll see what the penalty flag is. 7:26 to go. Now the officials on the middle of the field have come together. And this one might be on Havana. Well, it's going to be a hold on the offense. And it'll be third down. And A-Town might have picked up another penalty flag. And the plays are going to offset, so it'll be third and 7. You can hear the officials from up here in the press box. They are heated. They are not having it. But even as officials, you can't get let your emotions get the best of you. So there's a 15-yard penalty after the offsetting penalty. Might have been an unsportsmanlike call right there. So A-Town gets pushed back 15 yards, and now it's going to be third down and 22.
The personal foul against A-Town. We'll push it back and be third and
Man, oh man, that's the 6th penalty here in this one. That one, a big one on 3rd and manageable at 3rd and 7. Now it's become 3rd and forever. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. A-Town's been able to convert on some 3rd and longs here. 7:10 to go. The clock is moving. They move Stenger in motion. Fakes the throw one way. Gets the screen left side. There's Trey Keenan. Keenan shakes one tackle. Jukes his way through another. And he's going to be near the original line of scrimmage at about the 49-yard line. It'll be 4th and 11, and we'll see what Coach Quinn and crew decide to do. That's Trey Keenan, a gain of 11 on 2nd and 20, or 4th and 20, or 3rd and 22. Get your downs right, dude. 6:40 to go, and it looks like the punting unit's going to come out here for A-Town. Not really surprised if you can pin Havana deep here. That's the idea. As they move players around here. Riker Darce back out on the field. Good to see that. As ready to punt this one away is Chase Deford. Boots. Oh, it's Keenan, excuse me. All right, that one goes inside the 15 to the 20-yard line, or past the 15-yard line, excuse me. My apologies there. That's Caden McCann, the punter there, number 28. I saw the 2. I didn't see the second number. I'm blind. What can you do here? 6:08 to go here in the quarter. So Havana will start deep in their own territory here, so their defense is able to tighten up after that surprise onside kick. Now it's the A-Town defense. They're going to be looking to tighten up here a little bit. Both sides were flying up and down the field in the first quarter. As A-Town defense back out there on the field. Here's Turner. Takes the snap. They'll hand it off to Tyler. Excuse me. Yeah, that's Carson Tyler, excuse me. Running his way left side, maybe a gain of 2. Carson Tyler, 3rd carry of the ball game there. 2nd down. And 8, maybe 7 upcoming. Gain of 3.
Carson Tyler on the carry, be a gain of 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7.
So 2nd down and about 7 upcoming here. Under 6 minutes to go. Good to be with you here tonight. We will be here for the halftime festivities as they've got the youngsters, the young cheerleaders out here. They'll be doing a number here tonight. Won't be able to do the music, but we will at least be able to show you it. Rolling out to the right side is Turner. Pressure comes, throws that one. That's a bad pass, but it somehow is completed near midfield. Juking through one tackler. Hanging on for dear life is the A-Town defense. Inside the 20-yard line, though, is Caleb McDaniel. The defender for A-Town, if he turned around, he would have had an easy pick. Instead, it is a massive gain.
Number 3, Caleb McDaniel. Be a big gain and Havana first down.
That is a gain of 62 yards on that play. 62-yard gain for Caleb McDaniel. 6 foot, 155-pound junior. And now in the red zone, here come the Ducks. My goodness, I was doing the math on that one. I had to figure out where they were on the field. I think I've got it at 62, but I might be wrong on that one. Turner, 2 wide receivers to the left. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. There's Green, and good defense there. A-Town is able to sniff that one out. That's going to be about a 3, maybe a 4-yard loss on that play. We'll see where they mark it. That is a 4-yard loss.
Caden Green on the carry. He's met in the backfield. They lost of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 12.
So a loss of 3. It makes it 2nd down and about 13 as Havana, with under 5 minutes to go here, will be set up at the 18-yard line. Maybe the 19-yard line when it's all said and done here. 62 yards. We've had a 64-yard touchdown pass earlier in this game for the Ducks. Big play has been the story of this one. 1 on each side. Jack Turner moving Caden Green in motion. Awaiting the snap. Moving another man in motion. Here's the snap. Turner hands it off to Green, running his way right side. And A-Town once again has that one sniffed out. About a 3-yard gain for Caden Green. And now it'll be 3rd down and about 9. Big defensive series here for the A-Town defense.
Green on the carry. Be a gain of 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 9.
As we come up on 3.5 to go here in quarter number 2. And A-Town coming in 2-4 on the season, trying to keep their playoff chances alive here. Again, you can still get in with 5 losses, but don't really want to risk that. You want to keep on winning, get in at 5-4, and not worry about hoping to be one of the lucky ones. 3:12 to go. 3rd down and 9. Ball's at about the 16-yard line. Havana, 2 backs on the left side, and there's a timeout called by Havana. That'll be their 2nd. And we will step aside. A quick break. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
You get the opportunity to see so many different things that if you worked at a bigger hospital, you may not be able to see. You know, work is not just about the job, it's also about the people that work alongside you, and we have the best teamwork. They're like a second family. Sometimes you can't get that feeling other places.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call here as we're in the 3rd quarter, or not 3rd quarter, it's 3rd down. I looked up, I saw 3. My bad, we're in the 2nd quarter. 3:04 to go. A lot of 3s on the scoreboard, bear with me there. 13-13 is our score. Havana set up at the 16-yard line. 3rd down and 9. And Havana's offense, they've been able to get the big play here in the passing game. As their quarterback, I don't think he's thrown an incomplete pass here today. So he was 3 for 3, about 150 yards. Oh, no, he did throw an incomplete pass, so one that nearly got picked off. 3rd down and 9. Turner awaits the snap. 2 backs to his left. Here's the snap. Turner looking to throw. He's going to, pressure comes. Gets away from the pressure from 1. Launches it left side. That one's incomplete. Couple of defenders, or a couple of receivers out there. Can't really see with a number, but I think number 2, Brooks. Carter Brooks was the closest to it. So now a big 4th down play. A-Town has struggled on 4th down defense this season. We've seen a number of big plays coming on 4th downs, especially in this side of the field. But now 4th down and 9, ball at the 16-yard line. They can get one more stop. The offense can get back out there and maybe try to cash in, maybe take a 2-for-1 because A-Town gets the ball as we start the 3rd quarter. 2 to the right. Caden Green in the backfield with Jack Turner moving a man in motion. Turner awaiting the snap. Now 3 wide receivers there to the right side. Fakes the handoff, rolling out right side, looking to throw. Turner throwing it towards the end zone. That one is caught. Touchdown Ducks! Carter Brooks. This kid is incredible. Double coverage, it doesn't matter. Carter Brooks, his 2nd touchdown. This one from 16. On 4th and 9 again, the Ducks convert. And now Turner will come out to boot the extra point. Those are just backbreakers right there. The 4th down conversions and touchdowns. We've seen a lot of those this season here against A-Town as that one's booted through. The extra point is good. And it's now 20-13. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we get ready to go here after the touchdown for Havana, a 16-yard touchdown. Jack Turner to Carter Brooks. I believe Turner is 3 for 5. 3 for 5 on the day, I believe, is Jack Turner with 2 touchdown passes. Hopefully Colton Hammond doesn't mind the fact that I didn't keep track of the completions. He asked me to send him his the stats after the ball game, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the completions because I usually don't keep track of those. As that one going to be returned just near the goal line. Here's Evan Hook getting his way out to the 20, breaks the tackle. There goes Hook past the 30-yard line, gaining some steam past the 40, shaking tackles. There goes Evan Hook past midfield. And A-Town will be set up with good field position once again. Marked down at the 49-yard line. What a return by Hook. 47-yard return on that one. What a return, Evan Hook. Now, A-Town, again, still get the ball after the halftime, so still can go 2 for 1 here. Unable to take advantage of the extra possession they got on that surprise onside kick opportunity. 2 to the left, 2 to the right, awaiting the snap. Johnson hands it off to Stenger, runs his way right side, through one tackler, but not through the second one. That's a good tackle by the Ducks. No gain on the play for Carson Stenger. Big number 54 getting back there for Havana. That was Lucas Miller. 5'10", 205. Hard to run through a guy like that. Second down and 10. 2:15 to go here in the quarter. Still plenty of time here for A-Town. They got 2 timeouts left. 2 wide receivers on each side now of Jameel Johnson. Takes the snap, looks to throw, throws that one. Lucas Andrews, the intended target. That one a little bit ahead of him. Timing wasn't quite right on that one. It'll be 3rd down and 10 with 2 minutes exactly here in quarter number 2. Again, we will have the halftime festivities where the little cheerleaders, future cheerleaders here at A-Town High School will put on a performance here. And we're looking forward to showing that. We can't air the complete thing with music and all. What is this setup here? Half of the roster's on the left side of the field. They take the snap. Keenan's going to have a bunch of blockers in front of him. There goes Trey Keenan. 40-yard line. Keenan down the sideline. Oh, my goodness. Pulling out the bag of tricks, Coach Quinn. What was that? Half the team was lined up on the left side of the field. It's a 19-yard gain to Trey Keenan. I have never seen that. I shouldn't say I've never seen that formation, but I've never seen it actually snapped. And it worked to perfection like that. 19 yards for Trey Keenan. 1:40 to go. Here's the snap. Johnson looking to throw. Looking, still rolling, right side, pointing out. Throws that one right side towards the defense. That one's incomplete. In and out of the hands of Havana's Caleb McDaniel, number 3. That was a dangerous pass for Jameel Johnson. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10. 91 seconds to go here in the first half. Minute and a half. 1:31, 20-13 our score. I still can't believe they ran that play. I wonder if Coach Quinn drew that up or if somebody else drew that one up. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. I'll have to ask him in the post game. Here's the snap. Stenger tripped, but he's still on his feet. There goes Carson Stenger inside the 20. Gain of 12 on the play for Carson Stenger. A-Town offense rolling again. They move the sticks. Clock stops for them to move the sticks, but 1:25 to go. Ball will be at the 18-yard line, excuse me. Clock moves, 1:20 to go. 2 on each side of Jameel Johnson. Stenger again in the backfield. Awaiting the snap. Johnson takes it, hands it off to Stenger again, running his way, trying to find a hole. Can't quite do it. Gain of 1 on the play, Carson Stenger. And it'll be 2nd down at about 9. 1:04 to go, and a timeout called by Coach Quinn. They have 1 left. We'll take a break. 15 seconds. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. 2nd down and 9 upcoming for the A-Town Tornadoes. Ball is going to be at about the 17-yard line. A-Town calling that timeout. They've got 1 left as the clock with 1:04 to go. A-Town looking to go 2 for 1 here. They do get the ball to start the second half. Going to invade my boy Hale's personal space back here, but I got to get to the right side of the press box here so I can see the play unfold here. 20-17, Havana with the lead here. 2nd down and 9, ball at the 17, excuse me. Johnson, tight formation here. They move a man in motion, fake the handoff, looking to throw. Johnson rolling out, going to throw this one towards the end zone into coverage. That one coming down with it. Oh my goodness! Touchdown, Trey Keenan! Trey Keenan from 17 yards. What an answer for the Tornadoes! And now Trey Keenan is 1 touchdown away from tying the school record. Oh my goodness. The last 2 touchdowns in this ball game have been absolutely bananas. Trey Keenan into coverage, jumping up, somehow coming down with that one. And with 56.2 seconds to go, the Tornadoes got a penalty flag that came in, I guess, after the play. The touchdown is good after the play. And the officials calling a unsportsmanlike conduct call. So the A-Town offense will come out here and try to do the 2-point try. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like these officials have been out to get the A-Town side. They were John at the A-Town side a while back. And it looks like they are still a little salty from that interaction there. I don't know, maybe just me, just from what I see up here as the play-by-play guy. So the touchdown is good. Now the 2-point try here at 20-19 from the 17-yard line. Johnson rolling out. Takes the snap, throws that one right side. Looking for a man. He's got him wide open, and it's in and out of the hands of Evan Hook. That would have gave A-Town the lead. 56.2 seconds to go. A-Town back to within 1. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. A touchdown by Trey Keenan a short time ago. 17 yards into the end zone, his first touchdown of the day. He sits 1 back of tying the school record for touchdowns in a season, 2 back of breaking it. Will we see history here tonight? We'll find out here. But A-Town down 1 after the failed 2-point try from the 17-yard line. After the unsportsmanlike call, Aiden Stromson will come out to boot this one away, and the A-Town special teams doesn't want to give up a big return here. As A-Town gets the ball first here, don't want to give Havana any sort of life here at the end of the half. That one booted left side. That's another good kick there by Stromson. That one going to stay in play. Got to pick it up is Green, and it's not Green, excuse me, but he is taken down. Good special teams play again by the A-Town Tornadoes. What a play. That's Brock Ellett on the return, number 24. But he does not go anywhere. Another good kick from Stromson. The ball is set at about the 14-yard line. And now the Ducks will come out and attempt to try to get an answer, but they only got one timeout left, so we'll see. Jack Turner, how aggressive will the sophomore be here with 50 seconds? Two wide receivers will split out. You got Carter Brooks on your side, so, I mean, you can be a little bit aggressive, I imagine. Turner waiting the snap, though. Got Green in the backfield with him. Here's the snap. Fakes, throws it. Left side, there's Brooks. He's got an opening towards the 20-yard line. He shakes the tackle. Ran out of bounds near the 25. Don't want to be doing that near the sideline. And that's going to be about a 10-yard, maybe an 11-yard gain. We'll see where they mark him. Right at the 25-yard line, it's a first down. Carter Brooks, first down, 11-yard gain.
Turner's pass to Brooks is complete. The 11-yard gain.
Carter Brooks, 4 catches on the day. He is well over 100 yards. And that complete pass there. I believe a timeout is called.
Timeout called by Havana.
Havana calls their final timeout. That's not ideal when you ran out of bounds on that play, but you hate to use your final timeout when on a play that, the clock was already stopped. So 43.2 seconds to go. We'll keep it here. The A-Town Tornadoes getting answers all game long here. They've been answering the high-powered offense of the Havana Ducks. This has been one heck of a football game here, 20-19, and we still got 2 quarters left here, folks. So fasten your seatbelts. Turner, by my calculations, I believe, 4 for 6 on the day. I believe he's only thrown two incomplete passes. Had the one nearly picked by Trey Keenan there early in this half. But he's having himself a pretty good day. Havana offense having a good day as a whole. One wide receiver will split out on each side of Turner. Caden Green in the backfield. They move a man in motion. That might be their 2 tight end options right there. They move him as they take the handoff, get it to Green, running his way left side. Past the 30, still on his feet, near the 35. And they're going to mark him down at the 35, a 10-yard gain. It's a first down for Caden Green. Or did they mark him about a half a yard shy? They marked him, nope, first down. First down and 10. They'll stop the clock with 23.8. And the Ducks will continue to move here. Don't have any timeouts left, so got to move quickly here. 20 seconds. Moving a man in motion. Fakes the handoff. Rolling out right side is Turner. Looking to throw. Throws it right side. He's got Brooks. That one incomplete. Looking for Brooks. And it'll be second down and 10 upcoming. 12.8 seconds to go here, first half, 20-19. Havana with the 1-point lead. This has been one wild half of football. We'll take a look at some of the scores from around our TSSR family of networks at the half. Take a look at some other things here throughout the evening. A little college football going on tonight. Check the playoff baseball. Do or die playoff baseball tonight. Very exciting night here. Good to be with you on TSSR. But halftime upcoming, 12.8 seconds to go. Turner's got 2 wide receivers left, awaiting the snap. Takes the snap, gives it to Green, running his way right side. Green past the 40-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 7 on that play, and that'll be likely the last play of the first half. Well, they're going to try to spike it, and nope, they do not spike it. Instead, that will be the end of the first half. 20-19, what a wild one it's been. We got 2 more quarters, and we'll have the halftime performance from the little ones here in just a moment. Stick around here, TSSR Game Time Live. It is presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we are at the half, as they try to herd all those little ones out there to get them into the shot, as we will have the performance here from these little cheerleaders here. Shout out to the high school cheerleaders who have to be the ones that are wrangling. Herding a bunch of cats, the cheerleading coach is saying while she's up here in the press box getting them all taken care of. It does give us some time, though, to take a look at some of the scoring the statistics here, as the A-Town Tornadoes trailing by 1 here. At the half here, Havana with the lead, but the main goal here of the day has been a shutdown Caden Green, their star running back. They still are hurting them little ones to get them all taken care of here. But yeah, Havana with the lead. Let's take a look at their scoring breakdown here. Caden Green, the star of the show. The star coming in anyway, but he has been relatively quiet here tonight. He's got a couple of 10-yard carries, but other than that, it's really been no-go for Caden Green, the running back with 7 touchdowns on the year with over 500 yards of rushing, averaging over 100 yards a game. But he has been quiet. 9 carries for 37 yards in the first half for him. The issue for the A-Town defense has been the passing game. The passing game has struggled mightily, the pass defense, I should say, as the sophomore quarterback, Jack Turner, sits at 4 for 7 by my tally on the completions and incompletions. So he's 4 for 7 for 183 yards. 121 of those yards are to Carter Brooks. So that is a pretty good go. I think you're good there, hon. If you want to go, Alyssa, I think you're good. I think that shot should suffice. Our camera girl needing to go get some munchies. Those growing kids, man, are always eating. Once the kiddos are doing their performance here. All right, so there's those future cheerleaders for the A-Town High School. Another routine, I imagine, upcoming here. That's good. That'll give me a chance to add up my stats here real quick. Again, shout out to the high school cheerleaders having to herd all those littles around here tonight as the A-Town offense. I'm taking a look at some of their numbers here tonight as, Carson Stenger, 10 carries in that first half. He was very busy, 54 yards rushing for him. So pretty good day production for Carson Stenger, an even better day of production for Riker Darst. 7 carries for 62 yards for Riker in that first half. And even though I believe Riker Darst just got the wind knocked out of him, he's been back on the field since he left with a little stinger early in the first half. But he has 7 carries, 62 yards. He has been electric out of the backfield tonight. Trey Keenan, he is sitting now just 2 touchdowns away from breaking the school single-season touchdown receptions record. He had 1 in the first half. little Halloween theme going on here with the performance here from the Littles. 4 catches for Trey Keenan in the first half, 57 yards. I got to keep talking, otherwise we're going to get demonetized, and we don't want that to happen here on YouTube. Those old YouTube trolls will be right after us there. We don't want that. Great performance there from the little ones. 4 catches, 57 yards for Trey Keenan here with that touchdown. Also tonight, it was 2 catches for 52 yards for Lucas Andrews. And then 1 catch tonight for Evan Hook. Evan Hook has had a couple slip out of his hands here tonight. That could have been even more for Evan Hook, but he's got 1 catch for 17 yards here tonight as well. So 3 different receivers catching passes from Jameel Johnson. 57 plus 52 plus 17 is equal to 126 yards passing for Jameel here in the first half of action. 20-19 touchdowns for Havana have come from 2 from Carter Brooks, 1 from 64 yards. Actually, let's go over the first touchdown of the ball game. It was on 4th and goal at the 15-yard line. A-Town, their defense here on 4th down here today has been less than ideal, shall we say, here tonight. They have given up 2 touchdowns on 4th down plays, and those are just backbreakers. I mean, you think your defense is going to get off the field, and instead you end up giving up touchdowns on 2 different occasions, 1 from 15 and 1 from 16 yards. A 15-yard run by Jack Turner, the sophomore quarterback, and then it was a 64-yard touchdown pass to Carter Brooks and a 16-yard touchdown pass to Carter Brooks again in double coverage on 4th down. It was those 4th down plays, very, very, very tough to give those up. Got some more Littles coming out onto the field here as they're going to do another performance. Our camera girl has walked off there just a second. Hold on just a moment here, and I'm going to try to direct traffic here myself. Hey. I got to yell at my camera guy's dad here, Chris, to help us out here a little bit. That's good, Chris. Thank you, sir. Appreciate all the hard work that Chris does, lugging Alyssa around all season to be my camera girl here for most of the year. We appreciate you. Apologies there for the confusion earlier this week, by the way. We had 2 different nights of confusion this week. This wasn't my A-plus week. I'm going to give it that. We had a game we were supposed to do on Wednesday in Biggsville. That game got canceled, but somebody forgot to tell Alyssa and her dad about that. So, and it wasn't me, by the way. It was not me, but we forgot to let them know. But excuse me, boss man forgot to let them know. But anyway, they showed up at Biggsville for what we were supposed to be the West Central game, as she didn't need to be there. So, again, shout out to Chris for taking them there. And then last night we were supposed to be here, but I got confused. I forgot there was a game last night, and that is my mistake. So, shout out to the A-Town volleyball team. My apologies for not being on the call last night. We've got a few more broadcasts here before the season winds down, however, so we'll have more volleyball content for you here on TSSR. As I'm going to take a look at some of the scores from our TSSR family here tonight. I'm going to turn my phone down so I don't have this thing blasting in my ear. Once again, 20-19 as the Littles do their performance here tonight. Take a look at some of the scores here. West Central is leading FCW here tonight on TSSR, 32-16 in the third quarter. A lot of offense in that one. Macomb is on the road after a tough game last week against Farmington. They're taking care of business against the Knoxville Blue Bullets, 35-6. The score in that one. And Bushnell-Prairie City, tough day for them. Wow, the West Prairie Southeastern Cyclones, they lead 40-0 over Bushnell-Prairie City as they're at the half on that one. Some more Halloween-themed music here tonight from the future cheerleaders here at A-Town High School. Halloween 3 weeks away, folks. Got your costume yet? I do not. Halloween's not my thing. Halloween is just the thing that gets in the way of me putting up my Christmas tree early. But mine will be up in early November, I promise you that. 20-19 our score. We're at the half here. The little one's doing a great job here. Let's take a look at some of the college scores going on here tonight. College football going on. As the battle in the Ivy League tonight, Harvard leading Cornell 17-7 as they're wrapping up the third quarter in that one. Oh boy, USF and North Texas, that's a good one. Number 24 USF taking on North Texas on the road, 21-all. I had the under in that game. I hope that is the case. We'll see if that one plays out. So 21-all there between USF and North Texas. That one at the half. First quarter, Rutgers leading Washington 7-0. That's not good news for me either. What is good news? I am the world's worst sports bettor. Do not take any sports betting advice from me. Oh, goodness. When it comes to anything, really, except tennis. I can hit a good tennis parlay every now and then. That's about it. And then one other game going on tonight in college football. That is Colorado State and Fresno State. Colorado State leading that one in the first quarter, 7-0. Baseball playoff action, a do-or-die Game 5 on the ALDS side. Cubbies stayed alive yesterday as it's 1-0 in the American League side. They are in the 5th inning, I believe, of that game. Let me reboot this real quickly here. Yep, 5th inning, top of the 5th. Detroit trails Seattle 1-0. Low-scoring affair there. Winner moves on to face the Toronto Blue Jays in the ALCS. WNBA playoffs tonight. Las Vegas and the Phoenix Mercury. Las Vegas Aces, Phoenix Mercury. And Las Vegas leading that series 3-0. And they're pretty much, I'd say, on their way again. They lead at the 6:51 point of the third quarter, 60-46. So if anybody's got any more scores tonight, high school, college, anything you want, if you got any scores for us, feel free to get those in the comments as well. Any high school basketball, high school football going on the TSS, or excuse me, on the around the state of Illinois. We got some time to chat here tonight. It was an extra long halftime show. We'll take a break though. When we come back, we'll have more from A-Town High School as you're watching TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we are at the half here at A-Town High School. As the A-Town Tornadoes and the Havana Ducks, been a wild one here so far. 20-19 is the score. As Havana with a 1-point lead here. A-Town will get the ball here as we start the second half. We do have some time. We could step aside and have a halftime interview with our friend Dwayne, as he'll chat with our title sponsor, MDH, here this evening. So let's do that. Let's step aside. Dwayne will have a chat here. I got to take a break here. My voice needs a little bit of a timeout here. We gotta keep the voice strong for the second half because we're gonna have a wild second half. If the first half is any indication, we got a wild second half of action happening here at A-Town High School. We'll step aside though, and Dwayne will have our interview with our title sponsor, MDH. Stick around for that. Got some good info from them. And then we will be back as we get ready for the third quarter on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
All right, welcome to halftime here. Patrick Osterman with us, and we talk about behind-the-scenes stuff all the time. The guy running the board right now, kind of crazy.
I don't know if you could get a much higher title running the board behind the scenes of an interview at McDonough District Hospital other than our president and chief executive officer, Bill Murdoch. But we appreciate Bill helping us out.
Yeah, he's game to help with everything. I'm guessing your job has to be a little more relaxed now. He seems to be like a pretty good guy to work with.
I tell you what, Bill has done a fantastic job. You knew just how good of a person he was, having worked with him for the last 5 years prior as our chief financial officer. And when he was promoted to our chief executive officer, I was all excited about it. I think everybody in the organization was very excited about it. You talk about, do you need to do a national search? And our board of directors, I give them all the credit in the world. They listen to the staff. They listen to the community members and said, you got somebody here who knows what they're doing, is a great person, does a great job. He knows the community. He's invested in the community. And it's been a great 2024 so far. And we've got a lot of bright future, a lot of great things that we're looking ahead towards.
Well, it's nice because MDH has been so embedded in the community, right? It is always nice to have somebody at the top and throughout the system that's also embedded in what the community has to offer and needs.
Absolutely. With my job, I do a lot of community relations. I get out, talk with businesses, talk with organizations. And one of the first conversations I had with Bill when he stepped into that new role, he said, Pat, I want to get out in the community. And we've been able to do that. We've gone out and met with our regional healthcare colleagues, CEOs, just talking about what can we do together? Is there anything we can do together? Rural healthcare is tough. There's a lot of challenges we face, but if we work together, maybe play to each other's strengths, I think we can both succeed. And that's the best way that we can help serve our community, help serve the patients that we are here to serve.
Well, and improving your brand is always a good thing, right? Whether it's a hospital or TSSR Game Time Live, improving your brand is a good thing. Getting out in the community helps that, but also expanding your options helps that as well, right?
Absolutely. One of the things you always look at is clinical partnerships. If we can't get a physician here, is there another healthcare organization that we can do what we call a clinical partnership with? Blessing Health is a great example out of Quincy. They bring cardiologists up here, a pulmonologist. We have a urologist that comes up here once a week. So our patients in McDonough County, they don't have to drive down to Quincy or maybe Springfield or maybe Peoria. If we can find those clinical partnerships where they can be seen here in Macomb, it's just a win-win for everybody.
Well, last year we talked about expanding to Monmouth with you. We talked about the pharmacy. As we talked to Bill, the pharmacy is expanding, and I shouldn't say expanding, it's coming to completion. You've done great things, I think, in Monmouth. What's down the road for MDH? Are you at a point that you can talk about anything that's coming?
I think we just got to keep looking on how we can continue to grow, and that's been one of our focal points. We do strategic planning on a quarterly basis. We want to look ahead, 2-3 years down the road, but as we said, there's a lot of dynamics going on in healthcare right now. So if you get too far ahead, you kind of lose sight what could be coming right around the corner. So that's why we try to keep it more of a short term, yet still look ahead to the long term. Like we said, our biggest challenge is how can we continue to grow? We've been here for over 65 years. What can we do as an organization, as a staff, as an administration team to make sure we're still around here for 65 years and beyond?
As public relations guy for the hospital, what do you want to use this opportunity to tell the people that might be watching about MDH in 2024 that's different maybe than what they expected or saw from 2023 or before?
Well, as you just talked about, our clinical expansions, as you said, Monmouth, our MDH Monmouth Clinic, convenience clinic, sports med and rehab. We got great staff up there, and I think that's a common theme. I know Bill talks about this a lot. I 100% on board with this too. I agree 100%. I would think you'd ask any of our staff members, they would say that we got a great team right now. We do a great job working together, And I think that's how we can play to our strengths to help grow. You talked about the community pharmacy. We're excited when that starts coming online and how we can best serve our community. A lot of convenience. I think one thing that we learned from COVID, people love convenience. We got our drive-through labs, and now you got our drive-through community pharmacy. A lot of good things going on. Stay tuned. It's an exciting time right now in our organization.
Well, have some fun at baseball this weekend, okay?
We're going to have some fun. A lot of fall baseball going on as we record this right before the start of high school football season. I know we're going to have a lot of great football games. We want to wish all of our area teams the best of luck this year.
We'll be right back with the second half right after this.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we are about ready to get things underway here. Yes, Patrick in the comments there. An extended halftime. We had the Littles out there, the future cheerleaders for A-Town. They were out there doing performances, which we got those here on. You can go back on our stream and watch that just a short time ago. They were pretty good. I was very impressed. We got the cheerleading coach up here chatting with us here at halftime, but that is the reason for the extended halftime here tonight. But we're about ready to get the second half underway here in what has been a wild first half of action. 20-19, Havana with the lead. A-Town's going to get the ball as we get ready to go here tonight. And the clock has expired, but both teams look like they are still going to do some warm-ups. So until the officials tell us otherwise, they're giving us a signal here down on the field. I can't quite see. I think 3 minutes. They want another 3 on there. And, yep, 3 minutes. So we got 3 more minutes of halftime. All right. So we had 20 minutes, 3 minutes of extra time, and now another 3 minutes of extra time. That's good. That'll give these girls here who are working on the 50-50 tickets some time to get that 50-50 winner out there. There's like 9 people back here in the press box, and there's usually like 3 or 4. So there's a lot of action going on right now. But nonetheless, we'll get this thing all squared away. Let's take a look at some of those scores again here real quick. Wow, Harvard and Cornell still a good game there, 20-10. Harvard with the lead. South Florida still tied. They're just about ready to. They're underway in the third quarter of that game. Oh, Rutgers leads New Washington 10-0. Of course they do. Colorado State leads Fresno State 14-0.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Why are you so aggressive?
I cannot answer that while on camera here tonight. Just got to ask why I'm so aggressive. I don't know. I'll be totally honest with you. I really don't know. Some days are worse than others. Let's take a look at some of those scores again here, see if any more offense has been had. Somebody's going to be rich tonight with that 50-50. I'm kind of wishing I threw my name in the running there. 32-24, West Central leads FCW. West Central with the football. And they're going to try to extend their lead a little bit there. Wow, the Bombers 42-12 over Knoxville. Macomb with that lead. And then it's 46-0 as West Prairie Southeastern leads Bushnell-Prairie City. West Prairie Southeastern, for their record, they've got some potential on the 8-man football side. They really do. So, 2 11-man games, 2 8-man games on the TSSR family here tonight. Appreciate you if you're watching this one here as we're about ready to get the second half underway here. Now that extended halftime, extra extended halftime is done, we've got some football. And the A-Town offense will get the ball here as long as we don't have a fake on, or a little fake out in the onside department. A-Town got an onside kick in the first half, but wasn't able to do anything with it. I think that's the difference in the game here. It certainly is, as you look at the scoreboard, a 1-point game. A-Town was able to put a possession, a touchdown on the board there. They'd be ahead in this one, stealing that extra possession. But instead, it's a 1-point game. Havana with the lead. And about ready to boot it off is Lucas. That was what I was told to call him. Lucas, foreign exchange student, right? Foreign exchange student. Where from? Italy. That checks out. There goes the boot. A lot of soccer in that guy's history. Here's Evan Hook, 15 to the 20-yard line. Hook, stutter steps. Oh, he's got an opening, 30-yard line. There goes Hook. 40, down the sideline, ran out of bounds. Right at about midfield. Evan Hook has been great in the return game here tonight. And he returns that one to midfield. Right at midfield is where they mark it. First down and 10 for the Tornadoes as we are now officially underway. What a return. A-Town special teams has been excellent. Really on both sides. Their special teams defense has been great here tonight as well. So the A-Town offense will set up. Lucas Andrews and Evan Hook will split out right side. Trey Keenan all by himself on the left side of the field. As we're about ready to get underway here, here's the fake handoff, throws that one over the middle. That one is incomplete. Evan Hook sliding, trying to make that catch, unable to do so as now the officials are coming together. Maybe they are going to say incomplete pass, and it'll be second down. So the officials came together to talk about it. I think the official on the near side was saying, hey, wait a minute. Here's what I saw, but the official on the far side of the field looking in saw the fact that it got trapped. I think the official on the near side of the field, his vision was blocked there a little bit. So to him, it looked like a catch. On this side of the field, it definitely looked like a catch, but on the far side of the field, the official said that one was trapped. So kind of a fluttered pass right there from Jameel Johnson. We've seen him miss a couple of throws here tonight, which could be the difference in this one. Here's the handoff here. Carson Stenger running his way towards the middle, I should say. Gain of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And now it's going to be third down after a gain of 2. Carson Stenger, his 11th carry of the ball game. Third down and 8, just underway here, quarter number 3. Good to have you with us. Feel free to get into the comments here tonight. We love hearing from you, chatting with you. Let us know what you want to chat about here tonight. Keep us up to date on that baseball game if you're watching the baseball game tonight. Two wide receivers out on each side of Jameel Johnson as Carson Stenger in the backfield. 11 minutes to go. First minute gone. Here's Johnson going to throw that one right side. That one out of the reach of Lucas Andrews on 3rd and 8. So now it'll be 4th and 8. Ball at the 47. And it looks like A-Town going to come in and punt it once again. Well, the A-Town offense can't take advantage of getting the ball back here. And now out to punt this one away is Caden McCann, sophomore. With 10:56 to go here in the third quarter. Just getting things started here, quarter number 3. Good crowd on hand. They enjoyed the festivities at halftime as the punt. Oh, that one nearly blocked. How's that one going to bounce? Oh, it's in and out of the hands near the 10-yard line. Able to pick it up are the Ducks. Back near the 20-yard line, unable to get to the 20-yard line. Special teams has not been the forte for the Ducks here tonight. Man, oh man. And now they're starting another possession inside their own 20-yard line. 17-yard line's where they'll set up. And the A-Town defense will look to make a stop here tonight. Something that's been a little tricky for them. Guess really the only stop you could consider for A-Town would be the end of the half, where they didn't give up any points going into the half. 2 wide receivers left. Here's the snap. They hand it off as Green lost the football. Ball's on the ground. Who's got it? We're waiting for the official signal. It looks like A-Town's got the football. They do! Caden Green lost the football. And the A-Town Tornadoes will take over in the red zone. Wow, a mistake by Caden Green right there. And now, after the fumble recovery, didn't see who landed on it. But with 10:40 to go, A-Town will take over the 17-yard line. So a chance to strike once again here to start the third quarter. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Jameel Johnson, 2 backs in the backfield, Darst and Stenger. Here's the snap. They hand it off to Darst. Runs his way right side, cuts back. There goes Darst up the middle. As he's going to be past the 15-yard line. He's going to be down near the 10-yard line. That's a good gain of about 6, maybe 7 on the play. Gain of 6 makes it 2nd down and 4. Riker Darst on the carry. Good to see him back after, I think, got the wind knocked out of him there a little bit there in the first half. 20-19 is our score as we got 10-10 to go here in our third quarter. 2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Jameel Johnson got 2 backs in the backfield with him. Here's the snap. They hand it off to Darst again. Runs his way right side. Big hole. There goes Riker Darst. Up the middle. Touchdown. Touchdown, A-Town. But a penalty flag comes in, and this one might be coming back. And a hold is called on A-Town. That wipes away a touchdown. Man, oh, man. Penalties have been the story again for A-Town here today in the first half. 6 penalties for 50 yards in the first half for A-Town. That's their 7th. And that pushes A-Town back. It'll be 2nd down and about 2nd and 10, as that's a spot foul. So a 7-yard penalty. So yeah, 7 penalties for 47 yards against the Tornadoes here in this one. Under center is Jameel Johnson. He takes the snap, hands it off to Stenger. Stenger got tripped up by his own player on that one as Tim Servin on that play. Number 69 got pushed back on the play, and Carson Stenger tripped over him. Loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down and long. And the A-Town Tornadoes, after getting a turnover deep in the red zone, they are at risk of coming up empty-handed here. 3 wide receivers bunched on the right, 1 on the left side. Johnson takes the snap, looks to throw. Johnson rolls out, looking to throw it. He's got it right side. It's picked off. It's picked off by Havana. 20-yard line, still on his feet down the sideline. Returning it past the 40. Interception from Caleb McDaniel, who should have had one earlier in this one. And McDaniel is taken down at the 42-yard line. And a penalty flag has come in here. The groan from the A-Town side. I think they know it's theirs. It's against them once again. 42-yard line, and we'll see what the penalty flag is, as the officials on the near side of the field are having a discussion. Might be a sideline warning. We'll see. 8:47 to go here in the third quarter, as now the official comes out and is getting the official call. It's after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct again on A-Town. That is another 15-yard penalty. Again, you know what? I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. 8th penalty flag on A-Town here. So now the ball after the 15-yard penalty will be set up on the 43-yard line on the plus side of the field, and Havana in excellent position to extend this lead. 8:47 to go here, third quarter. Two wide receivers are going to split out to the right. And the quarterback, Jack Turner, awaiting the snap. He's got Caden Green back there with him. So the Ducks dodge a bullet there. Here's the snap, throws it right side, looking for Brooks. Brooks tries to shake a tackle, shakes one tackle, still on his feet past the line, and he's going to be near the 30-yard line. A good play by Carter Brooks, gain of 13. Brooks with 121 yards in the first half on 4 catches.
Jack Turner's pass to Carter Brooks is complete.
Gain of 12 on the play. It'll be a first down.
He gained 12 yards. It'll be first and 10 for Havana.
So first down and 10, ball at the 41-yard line, and we got a whistle. And no, we don't have a whistle. We're good to go. They spin the clock. And now Caden Green going to take the snap here, it looks like. Quite the formation there. Green, a penalty flag comes in. And a gain of 3 on the play, but this one likely coming back. It's going to be an illegal shift. An illegal shift on Havana, 8:20 to go, as it's a 5-yard penalty. That's the third 5-yard penalty for Havana here in this one. 3 penalties for Havana for 15 yards and 8 penalties for 62 yards for A-Town. So penalties will be the story here as we chat with Coach Quinn after the ball game. Hope to talk to Coach Hammond after the ball game as well. Got a good conversation in with the Havana Ducks head coach before the ball game and invited him to come on up here and chat with us. So we'll see if Colton Hammond will come up here and have a conversation with us or if he'll get on the bus and make his way back to Havana. We can understand either way. 2 to the right as Jack Turner, 2 running backs to the right as well. They move a man in motion. Here's the snap, hands it off to Green, fakes the handoff to Green. He's going to take it himself as Turner. Oh, he had a man wide open. I think that was an RPO. He had a receiver streaking down the sideline. There was nobody near him. If he pulled that back and threw it down, it's Jack Turner with a 1-yard gain. If he pulled that and threw it, he would have walked into the end zone. I didn't see the receiver on that one. I think that was number 3, Caleb McDaniel, who got the pick there a moment ago. 1 wide receiver on the left side. Bunch set on the right side. Turner, Caden Green in the backfield. Second down and 13, excuse me. Here's the rollout. Right side Turner throws it as that one's a little too strong. As that one out of the hands of the intended target. That one looking for number 24. That is Brock Ellett. Third down, 13 to go. Big series here for the A-Town defense. If they can tighten up the defense and get themselves a stop. 7:21 to go here in the third quarter. But third and fourth down defense has been the Achilles heel so far here for the Tornadoes. 2 wide receivers out. Left side, Carter Brooks will split out to the right. Now 3 wide receivers out on the left. Turner with Caden Green with him. Here's the snap as Turner looks to throw. Throws that one right side. He's going to look for Brooks one-on-one. He got him again as that one is caught. Touchdown, Caleb Brooks. Third touchdown of the ball game. One-on-one with that man, and he will win it every time. What a play by Carter Brooks. Third touchdown today, 1 from 64, 1 from 16, and this one from 34 yards out. And now the extra points upcoming here. Still a 1-possession ball game here unless Havana decides to go for 2. I think that's going to be the play call here as Havana, I think, wants to go up 2 scores. It looks like they're going to try to bring their offense back into this ball game and try to go for 2. 26-19 our score. I think Havana's going to have to call a timeout. And I got to reset the quarters here on my scoreboard. My apologies for that. 7:15 to go here. As no official timeout has been called, but Havana is still on the sideline. As there's actually a duck down on the field now that I see it on the far side. That's Brooks, isn't it? He's the one in the end zone, so I think Carter Brooks is down. And that would be a huge loss here for the Havana Ducks if they can't get him up and going. So that's what the extended time is. Injury timeout, we'll step aside. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
When I walk in and talk to my patients, I like my patients first and foremost to feel comfortable. I like to keep it real with them. I like them to know that I'm there to listen to them and to help them understand some of the processes that they may be going through. The most rewarding aspect that I feel with caring for patients is when those patients come back in and they tell me how much better they feel for something that I have helped them accomplish in their health care.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. They have gotten Carter Brooks up and moving. Don't know what happened to him on the far side of the field, but he caught the touchdown and had a tough time getting up. So now they're coming out for two as Turner going to roll out to the right side. The two-point try. Turner going to chuck this one into the end zone, and that one's going to be intercepted. Trey Keenan comes up with that one. So the A-Town defense holds on the two-point try, and it is no good, so it is still a 7-point ball game. We'll take 15. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. As Havana getting a 34-yard touchdown by their star wide receiver. This kid is impressive. Carter Brooks, senior receiver. 5'10", 180 pounds. He had 121 yards in the first half on 4 catches. So he's looking at about 170 yards right now and 3 touchdowns. We still got 7:15 left in the third. So, I mean, we could be in for a historical night here from Brooks if the A-Town defense can't get it figured out here. 3 receivers back to receive this one. Jameel Johnson, one of them for A-Town. Evan Hook, who's been getting a lot of it, and Riker Darst. All back to receive the kick from Lucas, the long-range kicker for the Havana Ducks. And you can just that precision right there. Again, he is a foreign exchange student from Italy. That precision right there, that Italian precision right there. Wants to make sure the ball is A-okay right there. So he's going to boot this one away. And that one is hammered once again, but it's a shorter one. It's going to be returned near the 10-yard line. Here comes Evan Hook, left side, looking to run that one down the sideline. He's going to get to the 40-yard line, and he's taken down. Another good return by Evan Hook. It'll set up the A-Town offense close to the 40-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. 39-yard line, it looks like.
Takes the ball to the 39-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes.
So A-Town will take over, down by 7. They've had a number of chances to tie the game here tonight. Last possession, they had a chance to go and take the lead. Opening drive of the third quarter, but Jameel Johnson with the pick. So their offense will try to come back out here on the field. 2 wide receivers on the right, 1 to the left. Jameel Johnson takes the snap, hands it off Riker Darst. Runs his way right side. He's met in the backfield. That's going to be a 1-yard loss there. A rare loss in the running game here for the A-Town side. 1-yard loss, make it 2nd down and 11. Under 7 minutes to go here, third quarter. 26-19 our score. Beautiful, beautiful night here for high school football from A-Town High School. 1 more home game to go here this season. 3 more games for the Tornadoes as they look to keep their playoff chances alive. Gonna have to come back and get the job done here tonight if they want to keep those chances alive here. 3 wide receivers bunched on the right side. Here's the snap, they pitch it, and there's Carson Stenger, 40-yard line. Stenger rumbling his way to the 45 near midfield. And they're gonna mark him out past the line to gain, so that'll be a 1st down, 49-yard line. Carson Stenger, an 11-yard gain. Good gain by Stenger. You know, I mentioned there a moment ago that A-Town hasn't had a lot of negative plays here tonight. Just 2 negative plays in the rushing game. Actually 3 if you count a fumble from Jameel Johnson on the snap. That one can go either way. But, yeah, only 2 negative plays from the running backs. Let's say that here tonight. And that is very impressive. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Jameel Johnson, Stenger in the backfield. Awaiting the snap. Here's the snap. He's going to take it himself. There goes Jameel Johnson up the middle, shaking through tacklers, still on his feet. There goes Jameel inside the 40. Oh, my goodness, what a play by Jameel Johnson, as that one's going to be down at about the 34-yard line, a 15-yard gain. A play we haven't seen much of since the first play of the season. Literally the first play of the season, Jameel Johnson took that play on a draw and ran it 64 yards for a touchdown. Since then, I think I've seen it about 3 times all season. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Here's Johnson, hands it off to Stenger, goes his way left side, now cuts back, raking through tackles inside the 30-yard line. Carson Stenger going to be down short of the line to gain, but it's a good 8-9 yards. Second down and a gain of 9 on the play. 5.5 minutes to go here, third quarter. Still a 7-point game here for A-Town. If they can get this touchdown and the extra point, looking to try to tie this one. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. 2 backs in the backfield. Darst and Stenger. Jameel Johnson awaits the snap. Takes it, hands it off to Darst again. Trying to look his way through there, and the Havana defense had that one sniffed out really well. That'll be third down. Maybe a loss on that play. I'm going to say no gain on that one. Riker Darst. And it'll be third down at about 2, 1.5 maybe. As we're under 5 minutes to go now in our third quarter. This one's been a beauty so far. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. 2 backs in the backfield once again for Jameel Johnson. Johnson takes it, hands it off to Darst again, running his way right side. Darst, he's got a first down. He's still on his feet near the 20-yard line as a Riker Darst. He's going to get 9 on 3rd and 2. And that is a first down for the Tornadoes. And a well-oiled machine here, the A-Town offense on this drive. 4.5 minutes to go. Ball is at the 19-yard line. As moving out of the huddle, only 1 wide receiver going to split out left side. That's Keenan. Jameel Johnson under center. Takes it, hands it off to Stenger, runs his way right side. He's got a hole. He's near the 10-yard line. He'll be taken down near the 9. They'll give him the 10. It's a 9-yard gain for Carson Stenger.
Carson Stenger on the carry. Big gain of 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and 1.
So now 2nd and 1. Ball is at the 10-yard line. Under 4 minutes to go here, third quarter. 26-19, Havana with the lead. It has been an excellent display here from Carson Stenger and Riker Darst. Again, over 100 yards combined for them in the first half. And that has continued here into the third quarter. 1 wide receiver on each side. Here's Johnson, hands it off to Stenger, runs his way up the middle. He's going to have himself a first down as they'll set it at the 7-yard line. 3-yard gain on 2nd and 1. That'll be first down and goal.
Carson Stenger on the carry. Big gain of 3 yards. It'll be 1st and goal for A-Town.
First down and goal to go as the A-Town Tornado offense looking to get an answer and potentially tie, or who knows, even maybe take the lead here in this ball game. 3:15 to go here in the third quarter. 1 wide receiver on each side. Under center again is Jameel Johnson. Takes the handoff, hands it off here right side. There's Stenger running his way right side through a hole. He's going to be down short of the line, but it's a good 5-yard gain for Carson Stenger.
Carson Stenger on the carry. Big gain of 5 yards. 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal to go at the 2-yard line. Under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. A methodical drive here. Just wearing down these Havana Ducks. Johnson will go under center again, one on each side. A-Town likes this formation. They move a man in motion. Here's the snap. Oh, and losing the handle is Jameel Johnson, still fighting for the football, and Havana says they've got it. It's going to be third down. It looks like Jameel was able to fall on it, but it's now third down and goal at the 10. My goodness, A-Town avoids disaster. I don't know what happened. It looked like Jameel might have got tripped up on that one. I think one of his offensive linemen stepped on his foot and he lost the football. So now it's third down and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the third. Just when A-Town felt like everything was cooking, a weird play right there sets up third and long. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Moving a man in motion. There's now 3 on the left. Johnson looking to throw. Third and goal. Pump fakes. Looking to throw that one left side. Penalty flag comes in. It's in the end zone. And we'll see what the call is here. This might be defensive pass interference here. As the officials, yep, it's pointing towards Havana. It's going to be, should be a, we'll see as the officials are chatting here tonight. 1:38 to go here as we await the official signal. Still awaiting the official call here from this official. Pass interference is indeed the call. And that will, third down upcoming here. Should be half the distance to the goal. And now it'll be third and goal at the 5.
The call is pass interference.
So unlike in college or the NFL, no automatic first down. Not here in high school. Third down and 5. 1:38 to go here. I wonder what the play call will be here for Coach Quinn and crew here. He's got Stenger to the right side of Jameel Johnson. 3 wide receivers bunched to the right. Here's the snap. They fake the pitch. Going is Johnson. Runs his way up the middle near the line. They say he's in. Touchdown, Jameel Johnson. What a run there. The quarterback takes it in himself. 5 yards out, and A-Town is an extra point away from tying this one. .131 to go here. The A-Town Tornadoes now 1 point away from tying it, and they'll bring out their place kicker, Jacob Lezak, another foreign exchange student. Cool to see these foreign exchange students getting a chance to play some American football here. As that one is high, it's a botched snap, and the A-Town side will have to stay down by another point. Once again, bad snap there, and couldn't get the hold down in time. Havana able to hold on there to a 1 point lead. 26-25 our score. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we are here in the third quarter. 1:31 to go here, third quarter. A-Town Tornadoes picking up a touchdown there from Jameel Johnson, running it in from 5 yards out, using his feet here tonight. But the extra point failed on a bad snap. And now the Havana Ducks still with a 1 point lead here. 26-25. Still a lot of ball game left here, though. Aiden Stromson will come out and get ready to boot this one away. As waiting for the official signal. And we're ready to go here. So Stromson will line up and get ready to boot this one deep. He'll boot it towards the right side. It goes over the head of the intended target, but it goes out of play. And that is the First one that Aiden Stromson has kicked out of bounds here in this ball game. 1:31 to go here in the third quarter, and Havana will take over at the 35-yard line. And we'll see what the Ducks can do here with their high-powered offense, namely Carter Brooks. But Brooks got hurt on a touchdown a while back, but he is out there on the field, so. Carter Brooks in this game with 100. Let me do some quick math here. I'll get that number for you here in just a second. 167 yards receiving. Here's the snap, though, to Caden Green. He runs it right side. Green's been rather quiet here today as he is stopped short of the 40-yard line. 4-yard gain for Caden Green. His first carry in the second half. Well, he did have another carry, and then he fumbled it. So 5-yard gain there for Caden Green. Make it 2nd down and 5. Just 9 carries for 37 yards and a fumble. In the first, well, the fumble was in the second half, but 9 carries, 37 yards in the first half for Green. That was his 10th carry here in the ball game, technically his 11th with the fumble. Turner awaiting the snap, hands it off to Green again, and the A-Town defense almost had him in the backfield, but trying to get him tackled, and he's going to be about, well, we'll see where they mark it. That's a generous spot if they give him the 45-yard line. They're going to give him about a yard shy. It's a 4-yard gain for Caden Green, as that might be the last play here of quarter number 3. We shall see. 20 seconds to go here in quarter number 3, a 1-point lead for the Ducks. They're in no hurry here. It looks like they're going to be content just to walk over to the other side of midfield and set up a 3rd and 1 situation from the 44-yard line. A-Town defense looking for a stop. Will they get it? And will they get that lead for the first time today? We'll find out as you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll be right back.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. Our 4th quarter about to get underway here at A-Town High School as the A-Town Tornadoes and the Havana Ducks in a battle here tonight. This has been one fun ball game here. 26-25, Havana with a 1-point lead. Havana comes into this one 3-3, but they haven't played in 2 weeks after a forfeit last week. Actually, Coach Hammond told me that he said to me, he's like, yeah, you were our entertainment last week. I said, excuse me? I said, yeah, we had the forfeit, so we ended up watching the TSSR broadcast. Little scouting ahead of time. 26-25. That's what we're here for, though. I'm sure a lot of coaches use us for game film and all that, but we've got 12 minutes to go here to determine the winner of this one here, and it's been a close one, a 1-point matchup here. Well, if we were in Philly, we'd be watching the tush push, but I don't think they're going to be setting that one up here. Is Jack Turner? Well, maybe they are. I don't know. It's Caden Green going to take the snap, direct snap, and he's got a big hole. He's past midfield, past the 45. Caden Green. That is a big play right there. Past midfield. We're going to set that one up at the 48-yard line. It's a 14-yard gain on 3rd and 1. That's the biggest run of the ball game for Caden Green. So now the ball is set at the 42, just underway here, 3rd quarter. Havana isn't moving near as quickly as they were in the first half, where they were doing kind of a semi-no huddle. 2 to the left, none on the right side. Here's the snap to Turner, hands it off to Green, runs it right side as A-Town defense there to meet him. Good stop there by Aiden Stromson. That's a 2-yard gain, though, for Caden Green. Second down, 8 to go, just underway here in the fourth quarter. Good to be with you here tonight from A-Town High School. A-Town again looking to keep those playoff hopes. They kind of control their own destiny here. Caden Green's going to check out, and Carson Tyler is going to check in at running back. One wide receiver will split out right side as Turner. Two backs on the right side of the quarterback. I've never seen that setup before. Here's the snap. They hand it off to Carter Brooks, running his way left side. He is hit and dropped. That'll be about another 2-yard gain there, maybe 3. We'll see where they officially mark it. It's a 3-yard gain for Carter Brooks. So Brooks with a 3-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Ball set up at about the 37-yard line. 10:15 to go here, fourth quarter, as the Ducks looking to wind away as much clock as they can. They'd like to get down and score a touchdown here and bleed away as much of this fourth quarter clock as they can. Two wide receivers on the right side of Turner. Awaiting the snap here tonight. As Turner looks around. Awaiting the next snap here. He's got Tyler in the backfield with him. Rolling out, pressure comes, and a pump fake, and looking to throw, and he's going to get taken down. He's going to get close to the line of scrimmage, maybe get a half a yard on that one, so avoiding the sack. But it's no gain on the play, so technically it's a sack. And now it's 4th down and 4. And a big play here for the A-Town defense. Ball is set at the 36-yard line. 9:20 to go here in the fourth quarter, excuse me. 4th down conversions have been the story in this one so far. We'll see if A-Town can get one here on the defensive side. 3 wide receivers bunched up on the right, 1 on the left. Awaiting the snap is Jack Turner. 4th and 4. They're trying to get A-Town to jump offside, and I think in the process they got their own man to jump offside. It's going to be a false start. That is a huge penalty for the Ducks. That might push them into a punting situation here. False start is called, and now it'll be 4th down. 4th down and 9 now. They spin the clock here. We're under 9 minutes to go. And we'll see what the Ducks decide to do here. Their offense looks like they're still out on the field, awaiting the official word from Coach Hammond. There they come. Still no sign of Caden Green here. After he checked out, Carson Tyler is the back. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Moving a man in motion here. It's 4th and 9 at the 42-yard line. And we got a whistle. We got a penalty flag. And a delay of game is going to be the call, and that's going to push them back 5 more yards. I don't know if this was by design, but maybe they're going to make it a little bit easier for their punter. Now it'll be 4th and 14, and almost certainly now a punting situation, you'd imagine. But I've been wrong before. I've been wrong before so many times. More than I care to admit. And what do you know? They're going to go for it. 3 wide receivers are split out right side. 1 back in the backfield. It's still Tyler. Turner fakes the handoff, looks to throw. He's pump fakes. Oh, and the pressure gets to him! What a play by the A-Town defense! Getting in the backfield. Devin Dirth with the sack. And now A-Town's got their offense set up on the plus side of the field. All of that, I don't know why you don't punt it in that situation. I really have no idea. That is going to be a play call that Havana's going to be asking themselves about all week here. 7:51 to go here in the fourth. A-Town's offense will take over. 2 wide receivers on the right, 1 on the left here as Johnson awaits the snap, gets the handoff to Riker Darst. Bumps his way outside, he's to the corner. There goes Darst near the line. He's going to be run out of bounds a couple of yards shy. Gain of 7 on the play for Riker Darst. Maybe 6. And they give him 6. Beg pardon. 2nd down and 4. I still just can't believe it. They did give him 7. Go with your gut, kids. Always go with the gut. They give him about an extra half yard there. 2nd down and 3 now upcoming. 7:45 to go here, 4th quarter. A-Town looking for their first lead of the ball game. It's been back and forth, but A-Town has never had the lead. They tied it once. 1 on each side. Jameel Johnson hands it off to Stenger. Runs his way right side. He's going to have a 1st down past the 35-yard line to the 34. 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes. It's been Carson Stenger. That's a 5-yard gain for Stenger. That's his 18th carry of the ball game, and he has been running really, really well here in the 2nd half. 7.5 minutes to go here, 4th quarter. Jameel Johnson will come into the huddle. As there you see him now on the bottom of your screen. Trying to lead the Tornadoes down the field and get them in to get their first lead. Now, A-Town's going to try to do the Havana approach and try to slow the pace of this game down. So Havana doesn't have that much time left here in the ball game. As that one, a carry up the middle by Stenger. Near the 30-yard line, they'll give him a gain of 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6 upcoming.
Carson Stenger on the carry, be a gain of 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Maybe 3 on that one there, so 2nd down and 6.5. We'll split the difference. 6:38 to go here. What a ball game this has turned into. What a good couple of weeks we've had here at A-Town High School. 1 wide receiver on each side. Johnson under center again. They move a man in motion. They hand it off to the motion man as that's Riker Darst. Gets his way to the outside. There he goes, Darst! Down the sideline! Riker Darst! That's a touchdown! Tornadoes!
Riker Darst on the 35-yard carry. That'll be an A-Town touchdown.
Riker Darst making sure he is the one that got it. It's that or Lucas Andrews, but it is Riker Darst. A 30-yard run for Riker Darst. And a touchdown, and the A-Town Tornadoes have the lead. Tied. So touchdown Tornadoes. Trying to get the baseball score there. Reed Kelso, our athletic director here at A-Town High School, keeping us informed on that one. What a play by Riker Darst there, though, by the way. As he scampers in from 30 yards out, he has been excellent here tonight. Over 100 yards rushing, and now the 2-point try. Johnson looking to throw. Pressure comes, throws that one into the end zone. That one's incomplete. That one incomplete, but it is a lead for the first time today. A-Town leading this one 31-26. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. We are in the 4th quarter. A-Town has just gotten the lead for the first time today as they take a 31-26 lead. This has been one heck of a ball game here, and the offensive adjustments here from the A-Town side has been very, very interesting. I'd be curious to ask Coach Quinn after the ball game here, but we've seen a lot of, in the 3rd and 4th quarters here, Jameel Johnson under center. And just turning around and handing the ball to Stenger, handing it off to Darst. That was Riker Darst, a 30-yard touchdown scamper a moment ago. Be curious to see if that was the game plan. And there's a beautiful kick by Aiden Stromson. It goes inside the 10. It's picked up by the Ducks, but the pressure is there, and the A-Town defense stops him inside the 15. That's Gavin Lair, the return man, number 5. And he had nowhere to go. He picked up the ball, and there were A-Town jerseys all over the place. So now Havana will set up at the 12-yard line here, and they have got to go the length of the field and try to get this one back into their control. 6:11 to go here in quarter number 4. A-Town defense has tightened up a little bit here in the second half. What a ball game it's been here. A-Town holding Havana to just 6 points so far here in the second half. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Caden Green runs his way left side. He's got a big hole. There goes Caden Green. Left side. He's tripped up at the 30. Otherwise, he was gone. Caden Green face plants into the grass on that one, and he's a little slow to get up. It's a 18-yard gain for Green. His biggest carry of the ball game, and he might have got the wind knocked out of him on that one. He was long gone, but the shoestring tackle by the A-Town defense saves a touchdown. We'll step aside. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as they got Caden Green up and moving here a little bit. He's off making his way to the sideline. I don't know if it was just got the wind knocked out of him or if he tweaked something on that run. 18-yard gain, though, moves the Havana Ducks out of their own, deep out of their own territory. Still deep in their own territory. They've got to go 70 yards in order to get the lead back. First time trailing all night. 2 to the right, none on the left side. Jack Turner. Here's the snap, hands it off, gets it to Tyler. Tyler is stopped after a 1, maybe a 2-yard gain on the play. Carson Tyler. Gain of 2, it'll be second down. Only the 4th carry of the ball game for Carson Tyler. 5:40 to go here. Ball at the 32-yard line. Did you lose your mic there, Hale? Battery's dead. All right. 5.5 minutes to go here in the third. 31-26, A-Town with the lead. 3 wide receivers bunched up on the right side for Turner. Here's the snap. They fake the handoff. Rolling out right side. Turner looking to throw. Pressure comes. He dumps it off. Oh, and that went in and out of his hands. That's Brock Ellett. He was wide open. I don't know if he would have got the first down, but man, oh man. Losing that one, it makes it third and a long 8 yards. .5:11 to go. Clock is stopped. (31-26) our score. Three wide receivers on the right side here for Turner. Tyler in the backfield, in for the injured Green. 32-yard line is where the ball is set up here. 5:11, and they're going to move some players around here, and I think Havana's got to use a timeout. They do. They got to call a timeout. They weren't set. 2 timeouts remaining for the Ducks. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. We are at the 4th quarter, 3rd down and 8. Havana with the ball, trailing for the first time today. Just got a tough drop by Brock Ellett there a moment ago. Otherwise, he would have made it a 3rd and manageable. He maybe even would have got a first down if he was able to shake some tackles. But now, Havana in a 3rd and long situation here. 2 wide receivers are split out on each side of Jack Turner. And it's still Carson Tyler, in the backfield with him. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Pressure comes. Pressure still coming. Moving up in the pocket. He is taken down. Taken down on the play. The Tornado defense able to make the stop. That's number 9, Weston Schultz, getting back there. It's a 2-yard loss. And now it's 4th down and 10. Does Havana punt this one away and hope their defense can get a stop here? That's the question. Doesn't look like it. They're going to go for it here. 4th down and 10, coming up on 4.5 minutes to go. Well, now they're going to step back here because Turner is a kicker. They are going to punt it, kind of a shorter punt. And it'll go back to about the 35-yard line, past the 35 to the 33. And that's where it's downed. And that is where A-Town's offense will take over. 4:23 to go. Havana now down to 2 timeouts. And the Ducks are going to be looking for a defensive stop. How about this ball game, though? 2 teams fighting to keep their playoff hopes intact. A-Town controls their own destiny on whether or not they're going to get into the playoffs or not. Again, you can still get in with 5 losses, but you'd rather take control of your own destiny and have only 4. And that way you're assured of getting into the playoffs. 1 wide receiver on each side, Jameel Johnson, Carson Stenger in the backfield. Awaiting the snap, hands it off. Stenger runs his way up the middle as he'll get to about the 36-yard line. That'll be a 3-yard gain for Carson Stenger. 2nd down and 7 upcoming. The question will be for Coach Hammond and the Ducks. When do they start using their 2 timeouts? Not going to use one now here. 2nd down and 7. Ball at the 36 as we just tick under 4 minutes to go. How about the fight, though, in this A-Town squad as a whole? Offense and defense. Defense was having a tough go of it in the first half. They've held Havana to just 6 points here in the second half as we got a penalty flag, and Havana is going to come across the line. That'll be an encroachment. And it'll be 2nd down and 2 now with 3:41 to go. So that is going to be the 6th 5-yard penalty of the ball game for the Ducks here in this one. With 3:33 to go here in the 4th quarter. It'll be 2nd down and about 1.5 yards. Crowd has kind of thinned out a little bit here with all the littles here earlier tonight, which, by the way, you can watch that halftime performance on this stream. 2nd down and 2. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Stenger, he's going to get stopped. That's no gain on the play. It looked like Jameel Johnson might have got stepped on again. No gain on the play for Stenger as Jameel Johnson was stumbling and bumbling there a little bit to hand off the ball. And I think he's been stepped on twice here tonight. So now it's 3rd down and about 2. Clock is under 3 minutes to go, 2:50 to go as a matter of fact. And the Ducks needing a stop desperately here on this play. Ball at the 42-yard line. A-Town breaks the huddle here. They'll send 1 wide receiver on each side. As Jameel Johnson moves a man in motion. Here's the snap. It's Riker. Darst runs his way up the middle past the 45. He's got the 1st down. And that one is going to hurt for the Ducks. As that'll get past the 45-yard line to the 48. A 6-yard gain for Riker Darst. And a timeout, Havana. They're down to 1 left. We'll take 15. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
You get the opportunity to see so many different things that if you worked at a bigger hospital, you may not be able to see. You know, work is not just about the job, it's also about the people that work alongside you. And we have the best teamwork. They're like a second family. Sometimes you can't get that feeling other places.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. Fourth quarter of action, 2:25 to go here, fourth quarter. A-Town just picked up a huge first down. Havana calling a timeout. They've got one left. A-Town looking to pick up their second straight win, move to 3-4 on the year, keep their playoff hopes in their own destiny. Controlling their own destiny are the Tornadoes. Havana, if they were to fall in this one, still in control of their own destiny as well. 31-26, the A-Town Tornadoes. Jameel Johnson, 1st and 10. Here's the getting ready for the snap, and I think moving into the neutral zone again is Havana, and that is going to hurt, as that's going to set up now a 1st and 5. Not ideal when you're trying to get a stop. 2:25 encroachment.
Offsides against Havana.
So moving up 5 yards, closer to midfield, actually past midfield now. Ball is set up at the 48-yard line on the plus side of the field. And Jameel Johnson awaiting the snap. Under center, takes it, hands it off to Carson Stenger. Runs his way right side. Stenger still on his feet, past the 45. Boy, Carson Stenger has just been so good here today. I mean, I made the joke earlier, but he is literally running like Cam Scattaboo was last night for the New York Giants. I mean, he is rumbling his way. That was a gain of 2, maybe 3. Timeout, Havana. Their final timeout. We'll keep it here. A-Town didn't get the lead until the fourth quarter. They had a couple of chances to take the lead, namely that first possession of the third quarter while they were trailing 20-19 after halftime. But the A-Town Tornadoes were able to keep on fighting. And now they are 2 minutes and 15 seconds away from picking up their third win of the season. As they're going to reset the clock here to 2:18. 31-26 is our score. A-Town been running the ball a lot here tonight. 22 carries for Carson Stenger, 14 for Riker Darst. You're going to see some more here. Moving a man in motion as they turn, handed off to Stenger. Stenger met in the backfield, able to move his way up maybe a yard on the play. 23rd carry of the ball game for Carson Stenger. As Stenger's a little slow to get up, but he is up and good to go. As the clock ticks under 2 minutes to go, 3rd down and 2. As I got a comment here from one of the Stengers there in our comment section. The kid lifts all the time. He works so hard to get stronger. Well, you know what, Amanda? That has been on full display here tonight. He has worked so hard here tonight, Carson has. I don't have his official total here, but he is I think he's right over 100 yards here. As we got a whistle, and Coach Quinn is going to call a timeout. We'll step aside, and we'll bring you the end of this one here. The A-Town Tornadoes with 1:28 to go. 3rd and 2 upcoming. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we are in the fourth quarter. We've got 1:28 to go here. A-Town looking at a 3rd down and 2. Coach Quinn calling a timeout there after he bled the clock as far as he could. So 31-26 our score. A-Town with the lead, and they will look to pick up a 1st down and ice this one away. Havana Looking for a stop here as they turn, handed off to Riker Darst. He's met in the backfield, and they're able to stop him. Riker Darst taken down. That's a 2, maybe a 3-yard loss on the play. Only the third time we've had a negative play here from the A-Town running backs. I think that's a stat I'm going to bring up to Coach Quinn here tonight. Staying ahead of the sticks, very, very important. Ouch. Under a minute to go here. A-Town does have to get one play in here, so it'll be 4th down and 5. Ball at the 47-yard line on the plus side of the field. Havana can still get the ball back here, but they're going to let it run down. I think Coach Quinn will probably use his final timeout. He is. He's standing by the near side official, so a timeout is called. Coach Quinn down to 1 left. 31-26 with 39.8 seconds to go. Well, this team, it's not like they aren't any strangers to one-score games. The A-Town Tornadoes in their last, let me get the official word here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In their last, or well, in, let's see, 4 of their last, well, let me do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, this will be 5. 5 of their last 6 games have been decided by 7 points or less. That is chaos. We've had a lot of chaos here this season for the A-Town Tornadoes. A 13-12 loss to Stark County. A 28-26 loss to West Hancock. 21-20 they lost to Princeville. Got a 34-27 win against South Fulton last week on homecoming night. And here we are. Another one-score game. 31-26. 4th and 5, ball at the 47-yard line, 39.8 seconds to go. Looks like A-Town's going to punt this one away and force Havana to come the length of the field with no timeouts left. Here is the play as that one booted high into the sky. And that one will take a bounce at about the 25. It'll roll to the 26. And they are going to stop the clock with 30.1 seconds to go. So here we go. Jack Turner, the sophomore quarterback, will get a chance. Now, I remember 2 years ago when we were doing a game here. It was 14-6. Late stages of the ball game. Havana got a touchdown. They failed on the 2-point try, though. They beat them last year in Havana, right? On the last second. They beat them on the last. So this is nothing new to these two teams. One-score games. Here we go. Havana, 30.1 seconds to go. They got to go 74 yards. 3 to the right, 1 to the left for Turner. Here's the snap. Turner going to throw. That one over the middle. He's got his man. That is Brooks. It'll be enough for a first down. They're going to stop the clock. Well, they won't stop the clock. They are going to say he's about a half a yard shy. That's a 9-yard gain, and they stop the clock now with a.
Turner's pass to Brooks is complete.
So they're going to stop it with a clock right there. So they spike it. Now it's 3rd down and 1. 15.3 seconds to go. Havana kind of bummed they didn't get that first down to stop the clock to move the chains. 3rd down and 1. Still got to go 65 yards. Anything can happen now. 31-26, A-Town with the lead. A sophomore quarterback leading the way here for the Ducks, Jack Turner. Turner with 2 backs in the backfield, 1 wide receiver on each side. Awaits the snap with 15.3 seconds. Takes the snap, steps back, looks to throw. Turner still looking for a man. No pressure yet. Now he has to roll out. He's looking for help. Pressure comes. Turner going to launch this one deep into coverage. It is nearly picked off. And nearly picked off, but with 2.9 seconds to go, Havana's going to have one last gasp. 4th down and 1. The down and distance don't matter. What matters is the play call. 2.9 seconds to go. 65 yards away from where they need to be. This will be one more Hail Mary. A good throw down the field there by Turner. And now A-Town in their prevent defense. They've got Jameel Johnson all the way back at the 35-yard line. 2.9 seconds to go. This will be the final play of the ball game. And this is quite the setup here. They've got 3 backs in the backfield for Turner. I've never seen this before. Steps back to pass. Turner going to move up in the pocket. Pressure comes. They're going to toss it right side, and they're going to do the end of game scenario here as there's Green. He breaks a tackle, runs to the far side. Here's Caden Green, still on his feet. Breaks through one tackle, but he's not going to break through that one. Ball is on the ground, and it doesn't matter. A-Town's going to hold on, and they're going to pick up their second straight win. A-Town had to hold their breath just a little bit on that one, and that should do it. That will do it. 31-26, the final score. The A-Town Tornadoes will move to 3-4 on the season. Havana will fall to 3-4. What a ball game that was. What a ball game. A-Town comes back and gets the job done. You center that a little bit. 31-26, A-Town with the win, as we will have post-game here for you. Hope to chat with both head coaches here tonight. 2 weeks, senior night, 2 weeks from tonight. See you fellas later. Our friends up here in the press box, as we will take a look at the numbers here and wrap this one up from A-Town High School. What a ball game. The Cardiac Tornadoes do it again. Another one-score game. 31-26. They hang on and beat the Ducks of Havana. Let's step aside. I'll tally up some numbers. We'll have the post game, again, talking with Coach Quinn after the game. And we hope to chat with Coach Hammond as well from Havana right after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we have wrapped this one up here. The A-Town Tornadoes hang on and beat the Havana Ducks in this ball game 31-26, as A-Town was trailing most of this ball game on a number of occasions. I mean, they could have had the chance to, take that lead or at least tie it a couple of times. Missed extra points, though, were kind of the story there in the early going. But then finally, the A-Town Tornadoes are able to get a touchdown in the fourth quarter. And that is thanks to their quarterback, Jameel Johnson, who rushed it in. And Riker Darst actually was the one, I should say, who gave them the lead in the later stages of the ball game. So 31-26, our final score. The A-Town Tornadoes will move to 3-4 on the season. Havana will fall to 3-4. And both teams now in control of their own destiny for the playoff hopes. Again, you can still make it with 5 losses, but you kind of got to hope and pray if that's the case. So you'd much rather get in with a 5-4 record there. So both teams will be trying to keep their back against the wall and put the pedal to the metal here and finish the season with 2 more wins and punch their ticket to maybe some playoff football. But let's take a look here at the numbers for the A-Town Tornadoes, as this one, boy, it was a wild one, as Carson Stenger was the star of this one, in my opinion. Now, you did have Riker Darst, who had some good carries as well, including his 30-yard touchdown, which gave A-Town the lead. I'm not going to take anything away from him by any stretch. But this one, I feel like, was Carson Stenger's show, because there's the amount of gritty yards that he got in this ball game. Even though Riker Darst had the more yards in this one. Riker Darst had a good first half here in this one. He had 62 yards on 7 carries. Riker Darst going to finish with the team lead in rushing yards, 116 yards on 15 carries. But Carson Stenger, 23 carries here tonight for 108 yards, including a touchdown. Riker Darst also had a touchdown here in this ball game, so he is on the stat sheet in that category here. And then the other rusher here tonight, that's Jameel Johnson. He had 3 carries tonight for 17 yards and a rushing touchdown. The passing game, Coach Quinn didn't really lead on the passing game near as much here in this one, which, you know, if you've been following the A-Town Tornadoes all season long, it's kind of a little bit of a surprise, but you've got guys like Carson Stenger and Riker Darst really, really coming into their own here. It's cool to see these guys just develop as the season has gone on and put on the shows that they have in the last couple of weeks. But it was Trey Keenan leading the way. Didn't have a catch in the second half, by the way, which is kind of wild to wrap your mind around. He finishes with 4 catches for 57 yards. Evan Hook had 1 catch for 17 yards. And Lucas Andrews ended up with 2 catches here tonight for 52 yards. As the A-Town Tornadoes moving to Dave, I appreciate the comment there. It was a fun call to make there. I mean, easy to have a good call when the game is as good as it's been here. The last 2 games here at A-Town High School have been absolutely nuts. And we're excited to see where this team will end up here as the season winding down. And A-Town looking to keep their postseason hopes alive here. 31-26, the final score. Havana, let's get to look at their numbers here. Caden Green, A-Town, able to slow him down in the rushing game here tonight. He was going to be the big factor you kind of felt like here coming into this one. In 5 games, of course, they had the 6th game that was it was a forfeit, so they've only played 5 games, and he's got 77 carries coming into this one. And over 100 yards in each of those games. So you knew that Caden Green was going to be a weapon that A-Town had to slow down, and they did a really good job at that. 15 carries for 81 yards here tonight for Caden Green. Kind of pedestrian numbers there. He did not have a rushing touchdown either. The rushing touchdown tonight went to the starting quarterback, and that is number 9. That is Jack Turner, who ended up with 4 carries tonight for 14 yards and that rushing touchdown of 15 yards. So he had a couple of negative plays there after that touchdown. So let's see, 4 carries for 7 yards tonight for number 7. That's Carson Tyler. And in the receiving game, it was the Carter Brooks show here for Havana. 7 catches, 176 yards, 3 touchdowns for Brooks. And then the only other player to catch a pass here tonight was Caleb McDaniel. He had 1 catch for 62 yards here this evening as the head coach of the A-Town Tornadoes joining us here this evening as Coach Rick Quinn comes up and puts the headset on. We'll get him all situated there. Coach, another victory here in front of the home fans there, but another rough one on the heart here tonight, another 1-score ball game here. You guys are kind of used to this, and I know you probably aren't really a fan of that as a coach, but what an effort from your boys pulling that one off here tonight.
Cardiac kids, I'm telling you. Man, they only know how to play in tight games, I think. It's like every game is one possession with us. And it says a lot about their grit, in all honesty, because – you know, experiencing what we've experienced with the 3 losses by 4 points, it'd be easy for them to kind of fold up when things get tough. And at times that game got away from us a little bit, probably a little bit emotionally. I think, unfortunately, that's probably going to happen at times when you're playing for your playoff life. These guys want that opportunity, so we keep talking about finding a way to making the next week matter and the week after that matter, because the last thing you want to have is the talk about, hey, we got to play for pride. We got to just play for pride.
Right.
Especially when you put so much into it. So proud of the effort these guys put forth, and proud of them for making the plays when they need to.
Well, you talked about grit and just the amount of will to win that these guys showed there, and that really showed in the running game here today. You really were depending on your two guys in the backfield. You got Carson Stenger and Riker Darst, both over 100 yards by my tally here tonight. You had Carson running 23 times for 108 yards and a touchdown. Riker had that 30-yard touchdown, which gave you guys the lead there in the later stages. So I know you guys have been leaning on Jameel and his arm, but the running game really stepping up here tonight and kind of taking some off of that arm of Jameel Johnson.
Yeah, in the second half, the ball got a little damp and wet. So the passing game, a couple of the early passes, you could see he was struggling with grip. So it was nice to be able to run the ball. I like running the ball, despite the fact that people may think I like to throw the ball. It's nice to be balanced and have opportunities and be able to dictate when we can throw the ball. But that says a lot about the two running backs. They're both hard-nosed kids, tough to bring down. They make a lot of guys miss.
Yeah.
Different in the way they run, obviously. I mean, don't get me wrong, Riker will lower shoulder pads and finish a run. Stinger's more of a straight-ahead guy. And it's nice to have J.J. back there because we can run the ball with him if need be as well. It says a lot about about our offensive line as well.
Yeah, they were opening up holes there, and they were able to run through them there. I kind of I made the joke last night. I don't know if you watched that Thursday night game. I made the joke that Carson was looking like Scadaboo there for a while. Some of the tackles he was able to break off there. We're talking to the head coach of the A-Town Tornadoes. We're talking to Coach Quinn here on TSSR. But like we said, a quiet night in the passing game there, though. That was kind of the play call there once the ball did start to get a little wet for you guys there. I saw you guys go under center there. Was that kind of the reasoning why going under center was that wet ball there? And is that maybe something that you're going to use in the playbook here as the season winds down, just getting Jameel under center and turning around and handing it off to his guys?
Well, it brings two guys into the box also to help block, but it also they're a threat in the pass game as well. So the overhang players have to honor them in the pass game and the run game. And if we can get them up in front, we have an extra blocker. And Stinger's really good going downhill. Carson's like really good. If you can get him going downhill and he gets a little head of steam, he finishes runs really well, and we're ahead of the chains. And then we're able to kind of dictate what we do. If we want to throw the ball on a 2nd and 5, it's a decent position to throw the ball. But credit to our guys. I mean, we got Tim Servin back tonight at center, which was a nice boost. Evan Plasters did a great job at left tackle for us as a sophomore for 6 games, but Tim started at center last year, and it's nice to have him back.
Certainly is, and you guys are still fighting for your playoff lives there. I know that's kind of been the mantra here the last couple of weeks. When you came in last week for homecoming, you were 1-4. Now you suddenly look up, but you're 3-4. Don't want to get too much ahead of yourself there, but that back against the wall mentality, is that going to kind of be the message for the guys going into this week as you guys get ready for your next one?
That has to be the message. I mean, we just have to approach every play, every quarter, every game like that now. We talked about just giving ourselves a chance, making Week 8 matter. It matters. Now we have a tough test. Rushville's a very, very good football team. They like to run wing T, wishbone, and run it right at you. And then when you're falling asleep in the back half, they may dump a pass over the top. So we're going to have to be ready to go. It's going to be all hands on deck. We may have to get some bigger bodies in on the D-line to help stop that run game. But the key with them is winning 1st down and 2nd down and putting them in 3rd and long and putting them in situations where maybe they don't feel comfortable throwing the ball. But it's going to be a heck of a test, and we're looking forward to it. We're excited that it matters.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing how you guys do, and then we're looking forward to, of course, being back here on senior night here. Just 2 games left for your guys there. But, is there anything else that really caught your eye here tonight from your guys that you may want to talk about here that we haven't gotten to cover here tonight, Coach?
I'm happy that we made some stops. I think the defense after the first half, we talked all week about not letting number 2 stop us, and 22, both very good players for them. 2 had a heck of a game for him.
He did,
he's a heck of a player. We made an adjustment and used Carson Stinger more in a jam and then go kind of thing. And then Devin Dirth had a heck of a game.
He did.
He played really well tonight, and we're going to need that from him. He's a senior. I think he wants this season to go as long as possible, as do all the seniors.
Right.
Lucas Andrews offensively, another senior, had a big game.
Yeah. A touchdown.
Yeah.
Touchdown today. Yeah.
So sometimes I think he may get lost in the shuffle a little bit, but we believe in Lucas. We talked about it a couple weeks ago that we said he's gonna have a big game and some big catches moving forward, and he did tonight. I mean, he took that fin route and made a couple guys miss and took it in for a touchdown early on. Like I said, proud of these guys' grit and resolve, because it was back and forth and the emotion was all over the place. You could see it, but to come out in the second half and hold them to one touchdown after we get the turnover and then we turn it over back to them, it could have went sideways.
Yeah.
But they answered right back and found a way to win the fourth quarter, and that's what we said, find a way to win the fourth quarter.
Well, you got them coached up really well there, and your boys were able to put on a good performance there, especially in the second half. I think also the defense, that was kind of the story there. You held Havana was running up and down the field there, 20 points in the first half, only 6 points there in that second half. I thought that was a very impressive showing. You mentioned Dearth and some of the stops that he was making on the running game, but again, it was passing coverage as well that was able to make some good plays.
Yeah. Later in the third quarter, after they caught the go ball down the sideline, the defense was winning first and second down. Credit to our D linemen and our linebackers, and then on second and long, third and long, even on fourth down, our D-backs got in phase and made plays on the ball and forced them to make some tough passes, and it ended up in more incompletions than completions. So found a way to get a W.
Yeah, certainly did, and keep the playoff chances at your own hands there. You control your own destiny there. So, again, a tough task against Rushville Industry next week, but we look forward to seeing how that one goes, and then look forward to being here on senior night here and chatting with you after that last home game of the season there. Coach Quinn, appreciate the time here, coming and chatting with us here. A couple more weeks there, but best of luck the rest of the way, and we'll talk to you after senior night.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for all you do.
Hey, appreciate you there, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, as always. Coach of the A-Town Tornadoes, Rick Quinn, joining us here this evening. Don't believe we're going to get to the chance to chat with Coach Hammond here tonight. I did offer that invitation, but it does look like he has decided to decline, which is A-okay. He's got a long drive back to Havana here tonight, and probably just wants to hop on that bus. Disappointing night for the Havana Ducks, but a great night for the A-Town Tornadoes. They were able to hang on here tonight, 31-26, the final score in what was a wild, wild contest. Let me take a look here. I think all the rest of our games are done here tonight. And, we should be about ready to wrap this one up. So the A-Town Tornadoes, again, keep their playoff hopes alive and controlling their own destiny. That's so important here. You got to keep that playoff mentality. And they're playing playoff games here. The last 2 weeks, they've been playing playoff games. And they're going to be playing playoff games through the rest of the season here. Tough matchup on the road next week against Rushville Industry, but then we are back here against Arova Williamsfield on the 24th. We'll have that broadcast for you here. And A-Town may still be fighting for a playoff spot, win or loss in that one. So making Week 8 matter, that's what Coach Quinn and the boys were able to do here tonight. They get their third win of the season, move to 3-4. Havana will fall to 3-4. They also control their playoff destiny as well. That's going to do it for us here tonight. For our camera girl, Alyssa, my name's Wyatt Reed. It's been a pleasure broadcasting this one. A-Town gets the win over Havana tonight, 31-26. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy your weekend. We'll talk again soon. More broadcasts coming up as volleyball and football continue throughout this fall season on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.